So where will I look?
You can look wherever you want, but welcome back to HFD Podcast, episode 107. Got myself KP, the big man Chris C.
How are you, man?
A special guest tonight, the Big V.
How you going, guys?
So we've got the big man and the Big V.
Yeah.
Welcome, man.
Welcome.
The big man and the big V.
Thank
Vince,
you.
how you doing, man?
Yeah, good, man. Good.
The first question I'll actually ask is, how are you actually feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty full. I just finished a challenge.
Yeah. So everyone in the chat, we did just watch Vince do a challenge, and
we did.
All I'll say is the guy's a machine.
Unbelievable, man.
Unbelievable. So
I actually thought you weren't going to do it. I thought,
It was a lot of chips.
dude, that's it, bro.
When you put it together, like they didn't look that much when they were like by themselves.
I know, it was probably not the best idea. I just poured them all together
Nah.
and then all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think it was because they were in those trays. It didn't look
Yeah,
as much
it didn't look-
until you like put it all together. It was like crazy.
And then it was just a mountain.
Yeah, man, it was nuts.
But yeah, welcome to the podcast, man.
Thanks, guys, thank you.
Guys, we're going to be asking just a Big V a few questions about his life and about his, so if you want to ask any questions in the chat, go ahead.
Put him through. We'll see him.
We'll see him and
We'll post him.
We'll let Big V know. But no, it's good to have you in, man. Good to have you in.
Yeah, thank you.
So tell us about like how you got into pro eating, man. Like you know
Where it all started?
Yeah, where it all started and how
2015. So always been a big eater. Way back as far as I can remember. And I realised I was a big eater when I was 17, nearly 18, going to buy a car. So I lived 3 hours out of the city in Victoria, 3 hours out of Melbourne.
Yeah.
So I was going with my dad and my now brother-in-law, who was my future brother-in-law at the time, and we went through Macca's drive-through to get a feed. And
Yeah.
you know, like, Dad, they're the usual three. I used to get 3 burgers.
That was usual to you.
That was standard. Yeah. Always 3 burgers.
Yeah.
I always loved the Big Mac. I just love the Big Mac sauce. So I always would get the Big Mac meal, and then it was the quarter pounder. And back then it was the McChicken.
Oh, the McChicken.
Oh.
I found out it's complete rubbish now.
Yeah.
It is bad.
It's funny, but everyone loved them, eh?
Yeah, but
everyone loved them,
They
eh?
were the thing back in the 90s. So, yeah, my dad says the order, 3 burgers, and he's ready to say his order. And then my brother-in-law and the lady says, that'll be whatever. And he said, no.
I still got to order for me.
Orders,
Yeah.
More of us. So that's when I sort of realised, this isn't normal.
Yeah.
People only order one meal or whatever.
Yeah.
Probably two burgers at the most. If
Were
you're a big eater.
Were you into like bodybuilding then?
So I was bodybuilding, yeah. So I was lucky enough to know a lot of bodybuilders back in the 90s. We never had social media or any of that back then, as you guys know. So it was who you knew, and 100%. I was lucky to know some really well-known bodybuilders. One of them being, he's passed away now, Sonny Smith. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah, because my brother was into it.
He was a pro bodybuilder. Yeah. He was like the Masters Mr. Olympia at the time, and I was lucky enough to know him well, and he taught me how to eat. You had to eat a lot, so I didn't realise what a lot was till I met him.
Like carb loading.
Yeah,
and shit,
really shoving the protein in and the carbs and eating every 3 hours. So I was eating a lot of food. But I could eat it with ease. And whereas other people would never be able to do it. But anyway, fast forward from there, 2015, I'm doing these I did my first bodybuilding comp when I had just turned 18. So I've been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
45 now, turning 46. And after when you get about 6 weeks out, you're in a low carb diet. You're craving all sorts of foods, but you stick fat. You stick to your diet. You get shredded, and you want to do your best possible. And then when you've competed, you can eat whatever you want. So a lot of them used to do it, and I used to do it. I used to start writing down all the burger places.
What I'm going to go to.
You were thinking about that more than the actual comp day.
Yeah.
And so I had a list of all these burger places, and because I eat so clean through the week, and then I'd have my cheat meal on a Saturday night or whatever. When I finish a bodybuilding comp, and I still do it to this day, I allow as soon as I finish the comp for 3 weeks, I allow 1 cheat meal a day, not a week.
A day.
Just to get, and because my metabolism's flying, I don't put on any body fat. And I get it out of my system. I get to eat all the foods I want.
Yeah.
So I do that now. That was a tactic that I come to. But back then, I was just doing it on the weekend, and I was just going silly.
Yeah.
After the comp, I was just going to like 3 or 4 burgers joints a day.
And just smashing them.
Yeah, for Saturday and Sunday. And I'd post it on Facebook. Didn't have Instagram then. So I remember on a Saturday, I'd go and have lunch, and I'd eat 2 or 3 burgers. And at around 4 in the afternoon, I'd go to another burger joint and eat 2 or 3 burgers. Then at dinner, I'd eat another 2 or 3 burgers, and then I'd do it again on Sunday. And I remember in 2015, I competed in October.
Wow.
I won the Victorian and the Australian titles that year. I did really well. And I posted on a Saturday, 3, and it was dinner time. Tripping. And someone wrote to me, didn't you just eat?
Yeah, people would have been tripping.
Yeah. And I said, what? And you can eat all that food? And I said, yeah. And one person said, dude, you need to do a food challenge. You need to do a food challenge.
So someone said it to you. Yeah.
And I actually thought they were an American thing.
They probably were at the
time.
time.
I didn't think they existed in Australia. And I wrote that in the comment. I wrote, that's in America. We don't have those things here. No, man, they're everywhere.
Yeah. They're probably getting notoriety.
They named one down Misty's Diner down in Paran.
Yeah.
So another mate that I competed with, I said to him, do you want to go down to this Misty's Diner Saturday night? And they got this burger challenge. This person sent it to me,
Yeah.
So we went down there, me and a mate and these 2 girls, and me and my mate got this challenge, and he couldn't finish it. He couldn't even get halfway. I demolished this thing and set the record.
Yeah.
And it was packed being a Saturday night down at Paran. Everyone's cheering, everyone's clapping.
It's going nuts.
The owner, Misty, who I'm actually friends with today through this challenge.
Yeah.
We've become good friends. She wanted a photo with me. I went up on the board, eat for free. I thought, wow, you eat for free?
Yeah.
Everyone thinks you're this sort of legend. They're all clapping and going crazy. I had a lady come over with a little son wanting a photo with me.
Yeah.
This is awesome. So I thought, where are all these other challenges, So that's how it all started, just from that one.
It's so funny you say that because I remember I was watching a thing with John Cena, and he goes when he was like struggling to pay rent, he was going to the local pizza joint, and they were saying if you could finish the whole pizza pie, you ate for free. And like about after the fourth night, the guy was like, "Man, if you want a free piece of pizza, just you don't have to eat the whole thing." And that's what he said because obviously he's jacked,
could do it.
you know, he's a big boy. Just smash like obviously you can just smash him, you know, like you're working out, and so it's funny, like it's funny you say that.
Right, how it works. So it just started. It escalated from there, and once I started doing them, then people started saying, you know, you need to do videos. I didn't know the videos were a thing either, so they were very amateur back then. We just had the apps on the phone. I did a few, and people were absolutely loving them. And then they were tagging places to me, and which still happens today. That's how I find out about most of the places. Apart from now, places contact me saying to open a challenge. So it just escalated from there, and I work it around my bodybuilding, and it works. Yeah.
Oh,
well, you've been into bodybuilding.
Yeah,
since you were young.
Since I was 16.
Yeah, full on.
Over here,
What got you into that?
That's another story. From a little kid, I loved He-Man.
I love him, Masters of the
Universe.
Universe.
We loved it too, don't worry.
Loved it, man.
It's my ringtone.
Yeah,
I love it.
And I just watched every episode. I had the whole collection. My parents got me all the toys.
Bro. You know how much they're worth now?
Well, my mum's got them all in boxes.
Dude,
so they'd be worth.
If you've got like, apparently the Castle Grayskull is worth like a mint.
Yeah, I got the whole lot.
Dude, keep that, bro.
They're really minking. She's kept
that's
them all
killer.
in these massive styrene boxes she's got.
That's awesome.
So I thought they'd be worth a lot.
Yeah, no, apparently the He-Man toys are because it was a toy line before it was a cartoon. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
So,
and then my dad one night goes to me. So I didn't know who Arnold was.
Yeah.
And Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, yeah.
What a movie, bro.
And Dad goes, "Look, son, that's the real him."
Oh, yeah.
Never told me, you know. And I'm like, what? I remember as a kid going,
yeah.
He's real, you know.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be.
Oh yeah.
Like He-Man, Arnold.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
I didn't know it was Arnold.
No, just
that's He-Man.
Yeah, Conan. Yeah.
That day, and never ever told me. No, it's not.
So is he the GOAT, man? He's got to be in there. Come on.
Yeah. Like you mean
like bodybuilder? Is he the greatest of all time?
Have to be. Yeah.
I reckon he's.
Listen, I respect Ronnie Coleman and that. But listen, but it's a different era, isn't it?
Yeah, it depends how you want to look at it. Everyone will say, like, they call Ronnie the King. Yeah, of course. Genetically, and he's a black bodybuilder.
Yeah, of course. 100%.
Body.
He's top bloke too. I watch his podcast.
Yeah, I've met him twice.
Yeah, he's a top bloke, man.
Top guy.
Yeah, he is. He's a top guy.
Really top guy. Always, he goes out of his way and has the time for you to get a photo and all that sort of stuff and talk to you. But when you look as the GOAT, it has to be Arnold because of the era.
He's the pioneer.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
And nothing will ever change that.
No, I agree.
People can say what they want.
I think the look, I don't know what you're obviously into it, like you're doing it. I think that look back then as well, you look at Arnie and it's like,
it's a beautiful
you look at it,
look.
you're like,
beautiful.
That looks beautiful. Like,
whereas
Ronnie Coleman, Dorian Yates and that, you don't.
They're freaks.
Yeah, they're freaks.
Yeah, they're freaks.
Like, I remember, because I remember when Dorian Yates was coming out, like my brother was real into it and I was like, dude, this guy's a freak.
Yeah.
And then Ronnie Coleman came after him, and I was like, what's going on here?
Dorian was the first of the freaks.
the first of the freaks,
He was the first, yeah.
And it was
no
like,
one
man,
had ever seen it.
It's like lats were just like,
no one thought that was possible.
No, it was ridiculous,
It took it to another level.
So,
but definitely Arnold's the GOAT. Yeah,
there you go.
So you've been winning at the eating competitions, and you also have you won anything in bodybuilding?
Yes,
City won the Australian.
So that got me right into bodybuilding, and I just from there it was never, a lot of guys get into bodybuilding, obviously weights and that. I don't know, to impress the chicks or to look.
But you just liked it.
There was nothing about chicks or looking good down the beach.
Yeah.
I'm not one to go down the beach and take my top off.
You just enjoyed it.
It was just enjoyment of training, feeling like
That's
that.
actually what my brother said.
And the challenge, the comp is all about the challenge, you know. You feel like dirt 6 weeks out. You feel terrible because you're on such a low carb diet. And people say, well, what do you do it if you feel crap? Like, it's because it's the challenge of getting to the finish line and saying, I did it. I did everything I could possibly do to look my best. And I've got no regrets. And it's a great feeling at the end.
100%.
And then you want to do it again because you want to try and better yourself or see if you can still do it.
Is that like the only sport like you're really into?
So I was into soccer when I was young and squash. I loved squash and I loved soccer. But I had to choose.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, come to the stage, I was trying to still play squash and soccer, but I had to go bodybuilding or because of the injury factor.
100%.
Yeah, so I had to choose, and it was too much. The body just can't
100%.
recover.
Yeah, 100%.
So I chose bodybuilding because that was my passion.
That's what I was like too.
And then, started competing in the juniors, 18, got second place straight up out of 4 of us. They were only very small lineups back then. Today, you'll see lineups of 15 or 16 guys. The fitness industry's grown so much.
It went crazy.
Yeah, it went crazy. From when I started, we only had 3, 4, 5. There was like 6 at the most in a lineup.
Yeah.
That was considered a big lineup. Second, again, I kept getting second. I got third. I got second. Then finally in 2015, when I discovered food challenges, that was the year that I won the Victorian and Australian titles. And then I've won it another 3 or 4 times since. Yeah. So I've done really well.
It's like, technically, it's your 10-year anniversary this year, food challenges. 2015, you said.
Yes, it is.
You got to do something big for that.
Oh, you got to do something massive, man.
You got to do something big for 10-year anniversary.
How big it can it get to things?
I don't know. I don't know. What's something that can make I've
set the bar. I tell you, I've done some crazy things.
What's something that can live up to a 10-year anniversary?
Well, what is the craziest food challenge you've ever done?
Oh gosh, I've done so many. I don't think one actually stands out, but I've done some crazy challenges. And the hard thing is when you've done so many crazy challenges, people expect.
Yeah.
When you go into a speed
Of course,
challenge,
bro.
Like yesterday, I went and did the one at Hello Harry. Once I post that, people will be like, "That's a snack for you, V."
Yeah.
It's nothing to.
Because it was a speed. Yeah.
It's probably a big burger to some people, like normal people, but when they see me doing it, it's like nothing.
Yeah.
But I've done. I was actually here in Adelaide. I don't know if it's still there down Rundle Street. It was a Vietnamese place. And they had a 6 kilo pho or pho, however you want to pronounce it.
Pho.
I say pho.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah.
And it was Australia's biggest pho.
6 kilos.
6 kilos. And it was undefeated. And I went in and I got like, I think, $500 cash for it, for finishing it. But whoa, did I feel like hell after it. It was the worst feeling ever.
Really?
So sore.
So tonight was nothing.
It was like virtually come out in this fishbowl.
Oh,
and
no.
it was
that's
massive.
crazy,
it
bro.
was massive.
Yeah.
And I got it done, and I don't get, like a lot of people ask, do you get sick after the challenges? You know, like I don't. The 2 kilo challenge, 3 kilo, I'm fine. But when you get up to these 4, 5, 6, especially these 6, I remember walking out of that place. I'm not ashamed to say because it was a lot. I had the car parked down Rundle, the car
Rundle
park.
Street, yeah.
I was about 4 floors up, and I thought I'm not even going to make it out of this car park to pull up on the side of the road.
Oh, shit.
I let it go in the car park.
Oh, no.
What can you
Sorry
do?
to the cleaner, but it just couldn't hold it any longer. So,
What are you going to do?
Wow.
Yeah, it was so painful. I was in the restaurant talking to the owner, waiting for this $500. I was taking my time. Didn't want to part with it. So I was in there for about a half an hour. And when you've got that much food in you, as time goes on, it just starts really hurting. I was fine as soon as I finished. I was fine for about 15 minutes. And then I'm sitting there and I'm starting to just feel this.
Well,
that's like me when I did
when we found out about you was the challenge that got named after you, the Big V challenge at Beefcakes and Chats, right?
Yep.
So Chris went to do it. And in this very room, we got back that night.
Oh, man.
Right?
That was bad.
Obviously, what time did Vince do it in? 7 minutes or something?
7 minutes.
And Chris did it.
19 minutes.
Chris completed it, but 19 minutes.
Yeah,
right?
it was hard.
And I remember watching it and I was thinking, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, that he actually did it. And then...
It's still solid if
yeah. Oh, mate.
There so many people
and then we got here.
Couldn't even get halfway.
And I was talking to him. And he didn't know I was fucking talking to him.
Yeah.
And then he went to leave and I go, dude, don't drive unless you're... And he didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. I was like 3 days.
Gone, bro. He didn't eat for like 3 days after that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't eat.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't eat
because he wasn't doing any training or anything. He was just.
I wasn't training.
He just rocked. But he just rocked up and ate it.
Like that.
Yeah.
Metabolism's just.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do any.
I trained for like 2 hours before a challenge.
Yeah.
So and then after again, and I do all sorts of crazy stuff to keep the metabolism firing. If you're just doing nothing,
So that's the thing I'll say. So all these, people that watch all these people doing food challenges, they all definitely train for this shit. No one just rocks up and just...
No. And what they don't realise,
hey,
they train physically in the gym or running or whatever they're doing physically.
Yeah.
And they're also training capacity to stretch their stomach.
Yeah.
And it's not a secret, so I'll talk about it because the great Randy Santel, he's got a whole website on it. You can go on there and read all about it. And he tells you the ins and outs of training with water or food. So when I do a challenge that's only, again, maybe 2 or 3 kilos, I don't need to water train or anything. But when it's above 3 kilos, or some people, they might need to above 2 kilos. We train with water and food. I only use water because there's no calories.
Randy obviously uses food.
Randy uses food. As you can see, he's put on so much weight. So the weight he's put on isn't just from the challenges.
It's from the training.
It's from the training leading up to it. So they use a lot of foods that stretch your stomach, like cabbage, broccoli, watermelon. And he'll try and eat it very fast, like a challenge, to teach your body as well. Yeah,
that's coming in.
Getting ready for it, that it's coming in quick. And then when he feels the pain, then he'll scull a heap of water to stretch it further until it's painful. Some people might say, "Well, why do you do it? That's crazy." But it's
not like you're doing it. It's not like you're doing it every day.
No, you're not doing it every day. But what they don't realize, it's actually a sport.
Yeah, of course, 100% it is.
So you're training like any other sport, and when you're training for a sport, it comes with pain training. You know, so.
Hey, listen. The way I see it is, if you're good at something.
Yeah, and genetically as well, isn't it?
Well, that's another thing. What I tell people, I get DMs all the time. Hey V, can you give me any tips on how I'm ready to do this challenge, such and such? And they've never done challenges, and they want to get into it. And you're either good at it or you're not.
100%.
Like, so, if they already can't eat 3 burgers in, I don't know, under 10 minutes.
You're not.
Stretching with water isn't going to do anything.
Isn't going to do shit.
Yeah, it's not going to do shit. You've either got it. The water's just going to enhance it, or the food stretching, to take away a bit of the discomfort. Capacity challenge. It's not going to better their ability that they got already.
So do you prefer doing the like volume challenges or the speed ones?
I'm good at the volume. I've got speed and volume, so I'm better at the volume because I'm fast.
You just smash it,
I can handle the volume as well, so that's where I really excel. Whereas speed challenge, there might be other quick eaters out there, but I'll get them on the capacity.
Further down.
So when I do competitions where you're lining up with, a dozen competitors, they might be a little bit quicker than me off the mark. But so many times I've beaten people.
You catch them in the end,
because it's just, they can't handle it.
So is it...
They slow down. They hit a wall. I don't really hit a wall.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So, obviously, listen, I play soccer, and, the question I'll put to you, is it harder now that you're older?
Yeah, it's getting harder.
Well, any sport, isn't it?
Yes. So, perfect example was yesterday I went and did the Hello Harry, what I just said.
Yeah.
It's a speed challenge. It's a 4 patty, 4 cheese, 4 bacon burger with the loaded fries. I did it in 2007 in a minute 56.
Shit.
A minute 55. Yesterday it took me 2 minutes 29. So
but that's
an extra 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Although I will say that I started too early. The patties were really hot.
Yeah.
But even at that 30 seconds, I might have lost 15 seconds. So you lose a little bit as you do.
But that's what every sport is like.
Yeah, that's right.
That's like me turning around and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be as quick as I am at 40 as I am at 25." It's just not true.
It's just not going to happen.
Happen. That's right.
They say everyone knows beard meets food.
Yeah.
Legend. They say he's
he's my age. I think he's my age.
Slowing down.
40. Yeah, he is.
He's still a machine.
He's unbelievable.
But if you actually looked at him 10 years ago, he's another level to what he is now. But people that know him now just know him as a machine.
Yeah, he's a machine.
Incredible.
Like me and Jess we watch.
He's such entertainment.
He is good.
Yeah.
I actually like what Matt Stoney and that might be quicker than him in that, but I actually like him.
Yes.
His persona.
Yeah, he's cool.
His personality.
Can enjoy watching Beard.
That's what
I
like.
Relate to him.
I actually like. You actually like him as a person.
That's right.
And that's why you enjoy it. You sit and watch it and you're like, this guy's cool. Yeah.
When he does his hot challenges,
I love him.
His partner, he'll bring in the milk and she brings the oat milk or something and he goes, "Don't bring me bloody oat milk." It just makes a laugh.
He did one. Me and Jess watched him do one, and he did the whole menu of Taco Bell, like in England. And I was like,
he's got a massive capacity, Like even today, even though he's slowed down a bit,
but he's crazy.
His slow is still number one. In his
so
country.
Have you done anything like he does? He like goes to America and shit. Have you done any of that shit?
I've only been to Bali and Vietnam and Singapore and done challenges only because I was there on holidays. I don't specifically.
You don't specifically go.
Nah.
Have you done any bodybuilding overseas? Or
yes,
just,
so I've gone to.
Because you said you met Ronnie.
Yeah. Well, I met him over here.
Oh,
so he came over as guest poser.
Yeah, okay.
And he was also at the Arnold Classic.
Yeah.
That we had. So I've met him 3 times, I think it is now.
Yeah.
Twice he guest posed, and then once I met him at the Arnold Classic again. And I competed in South Africa in the Worlds. When I won the VIX in the Australias, they gave me, I think it was $2,000 check.
Yeah.
Towards flights and accommodation to go to South Africa to compete. So I thought, why not?
Yeah, might as well go. Yeah.
So I went and did it. I placed 4th in my class, which was really good. Yeah. Wow. So
awesome.
It was a great experience too.
Yeah. Cool.
Competing overseas it was different.
Bloody oaths. Yeah.
It's just there's so many opportunities out there when you start something, and
100%.
But you can't leave anything to the last minute because we all get older.
100%.
And like any sport.
Yeah.
So what?
You slow down.
Well, that's what I said. You do.
Life,
it's factual. It's absolutely factual, especially with sports.
That's right.
We're not all LeBron James and Cristiano Ronaldo that can go till 50. You know,
that's right.
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. It's just the human body.
So, is there a time limit for you, like coming up, or are you going to keep going strong?
Well, at the moment, I'm still going strong. I always think. Everyone used to tell me, the other competitive eaters, when I first got into it, they said you got about a 10-year time frame with eating, and then you really slow down. Like you said, I've been 10 years now, and I'll probably slow down a touch.
Yeah.
But my slowing down is still at the top of its game, so I might as well keep going.
You know what question I got for you, man? So Vince, right? So you're Italian, you said.
Yeah.
What does your old man think of like?
Oh, when I first did it.
Because I know if I stand there and did a challenge like in front of my dad would.
They don't understand.
They don't get it.
Bodybuilding was no different.
Yeah.
Why are you eating all this food? And why are you, like, I remember I was trying to force some of the food in because I was eating it for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And my mum was like,
"What
are you doing to yourself? Why are you doing this?
I think you're killing yourself."
Yeah. I remember I just didn't feel like my six eggs I eat at one meal, and I didn't feel like it. And I was just trying to shove them down, and I've actually felt so sick.
Yeah.
And I went out the backyard and got sick.
Yeah.
And I was living at home at the time. She'd come out. She went right.
She would have went off at
Stop
shots.
this! Why are you doing it? I'm not going to keep cooking you this food if you're going to get sick. It's no
That's
point.
hilarious.
It's silly what you're doing to yourself. Then I start competing and doing well, and they come to every comp.
Yeah, but they're like that, aren't they?
Food challenges. If it's a close by, they want to know where it is.
Oh,
and show up and support me and surprise me.
Well, that's like what we said about my dad. My dad sits here, right? Like, my dad is a bit more modernised than the usual.
My parents are too.
Right?
Yeah,
So, and my dad says to Chris, he's doing it. My dad would be like, "Chris, what the fuck are you doing?" But then he'll sit here and watch it and love it.
Yeah, he loves it.
Just support us. And he'll tell her, you go to Chris, you want to do it and have fun, do it. If you're having fun, do it.
Yeah, that's right. That's how my parents see it now.
Oh, yeah.
Do
you ever sit there and think to yourself, "Why am I doing this?" when you do it? Because that's what happens to me.
Yeah, I do. Sometimes I think,
what am I doing?
What am I doing?
Like, what you mean, like when you see a bowl of chip like this?
Yeah, like tonight.
Bowl of chips. I press it together
man.
to try and get it down. I think.
When I saw that tonight, I was like,
"What am I doing?"
When I saw that tonight, I was like that's insane.
Sometimes I even think of when I'm driving because
when you're going there,
like I'm staying at a friend's over the other side to where we went tonight.
It's
just over an hour drive, so obviously it's an hour drive.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm driving thinking, you can't help but thinking, why are you fucking doing this? Why are you driving an hour, over an hour, and then you possibly don't know what you're walking into?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you reckon's what's your favourite challenge you've done? You got one? You got a favourite challenge?
I love the dessert challenges.
Yeah, cool.
I love.
Yeah.
I know they give you a headache
because of the sugar.
And it make you feel sick after it.
Yeah.
You feel like groggy the next day, but at the time,
just from so much sugar, is that what it is? Yeah.
And they go down so easy.
Yeah.
So donut challenges, ice cream challenges. I've been lucky enough never to get a brain freeze from the ice cream and the acai challenges.
I know that acai one you did.
Yeah. Oh, they burn your lips. Like
do you know
that acai one absolutely burn.
Do you know how worried I was for you tonight when you had that slushy? I was like, man, if he gets brain freeze.
I'm putting the straw. You see me looking at you. I'm like. I was like,
When you looked at me, I was like,
man.
you like your competitive eater going to give me an answer what to do?
what you did was right. I was going to say
Normally
that.
a slushy, you can suck it down.
Yeah.
I put nothing. I thought this is completely.
I was going to say to him,
ice
take the lid off, but he
Yeah,
did it
yeah.
before he took it. And
Yeah, it was my
it's all you
only
could do.
chance.
It's true. It's all you could do.
Trying to
Yeah,
fight
man.
it
Like
to
pretty
get
much
down.
eat it. Yeah.
Because I had to eat it with the challenge.
Yeah,
to get it all
100%.
down in the time
Yeah.
limit.
So you need a drink when you're doing a challenge, don't you?
You do,
You
yeah.
can't not have a drink.
You can't
then.
not.
Is it harder when they make you do a soft
couple
drink?
of challenges. There's one in Brisbane, and it's a chips and a burger, and no liquids is the rule.
Oh, they know that. They know
it's-
it.
That's hard.
Yeah, it was so hard to get down, and that's what makes that challenge really hard. But it's actually dangerous.
Yeah, that's
them doing it.
Yeah, that's shit.
I
Because they
think-
don't want anyone to beat it.
Yeah,
That's what
they
it
don't
is.
want anyone to beat it, and people can choke from that.
Yeah, fucking
Because
knows.
those chips can get stuck when you try to shove chips down. If you don't
Yeah.
have a bit of water, yes, the water helps us push it down and get quicker, but it's also safety to get them down. 'Cause if they clog up,
Softens it up as well.
Yeah. they can.
What's better to have, water or soft drink?
So
I know a lot of people like soft drink.
I reckon
I've seen it.
soft drink for me.
depends. If you have a big challenge, you don't want soft drink straight off.
Yeah,
It's going to bloat you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's going
true.
to slow you down. So I always keep the soft drink towards the end.
Yeah,
And people always ask, why have you got a soft drink? Simply for the flavour.
yeah. Change it up.
Change it up.
Oh, flavor fatigue is the
Yeah,
worst.
so I'm drinking water, pushing it down with the water. I get to the chips, I start to get that flavour fatigue because it's all
Yeah,
potato.
of course.
I like to have the fizzy drink ready
Yeah.
then and
Yeah.
there. It's the flavour and the actual fizziness I find
Yeah,
that helps
yeah.
push it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I save it for the end.
So I ask you because I've watched Chris fail a couple of them.
I have.
Is
yeah.
a pizza challenge hard?
Yeah.
because of
It's because of the
On the
dough.
jaw.
It's because of the
Your jaw hurts.
Your
Yeah.
jaw just kills. It's like-
Yeah, I can imagine.
Does.
It's so sore, yeah. It's
So
more
unless
the
you're-
crust. Yeah.
Unless you're like Kanye West and you got this massive jaw. So.
Yeah. It's a workout now.
Yeah.
Those
Chris was looking
and,
at me just going, man, my jaws are
Yeah.
killing me.
and the barmy challenges.
Yeah, okay. Oh, because of the bun.
Yeah, the bun.
Yeah,
I did
okay.
a competition a few weeks ago in Melbourne,
Shit.
and I won it out of it's about 15 of us, I reckon. But my jaw, and
yeah.
everyone, like I'm looking at everyone, how's your jaw going, fella? I'm glad it's not just me.
Yeah.
So everyone goes.
So what sort of notoriety you got in Melbourne, man?
Yeah. I'm about well known. They know me
Yeah.
everywhere.
Well, because bodybuilding
Yeah,
and
yeah.
food
that's
challenges.
right,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was always known, like in my own town. I come from a small town, about 10,000 people max.
Yeah.
I live on the border of Victoria, New South. Everyone,
yeah.
all my life, is known. Oh, that's Vince the bodybuilder.
Vince, yeah.
But now it's sort of like that guy that eats so much food.
Yeah.
It was always Vince the bodybuilder. Vince the bodybuilder. Now it's like, oh, that guy that eats so much food.
Mate,
Like,
well, I watched you eat, and I didn't know if Big B standard for Vince or Big Vacuum.
yeah.
Mate,
100%.
you were next level, man.
I actually got that name through a friend from my bodybuilding.
See,
And
like, people are happy to see. Look at that, man. No way, it's the Big V.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. And then it's been a great name because of the eatings. It just works.
Yeah,
I've actually had it
it's
before
perfect. It's perfect,
yeah. So it's
Have you ever gone to a restaurant and like you don't have to name the restaurant, but gone there and it's like it's ridiculous, like
trying
where
to stitch you up.
yeah they try has that ever
I've had
happened?
that a few times.
Yeah.
Well, that one you mentioned before, I reckon that's trying to stitch people up. No liquids. That's a definite
Yeah,
stitch up
that's
in
a-
Queensland.
yeah.
That's 100% stitch
That's
up.
a stitch up. Yeah, that's
Because
there
you
was
want
one in Melbourne, me and another competitive eater, a few years back now. So we went there. It was a souvlaki challenge,
Souvlaki, yeah, okay.
and we rock up. It's supposed to be, I think it was 2 kilos.
So lamb souvlaki.
Yeah, that's it. So it was supposed to be 2 kilos. It was this like big size thing. When we got there, it was the size of a football. And I was sort of like only been doing it 2 or 3 years, so I didn't know the look of food. And my mate knew straight away. He goes, that's bigger than 2 kilos.
Yeah,
Get the
100%.
scales out, he goes, and he's got his scales with him, gets it out of the bag.
Oh,
So then
Yeah.
I went and bought a pair of scales.
Yeah.
He should have a set of
So he was
scales,
onto it, yeah.
Yeah, he weighed like 3.2.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
that's a lot more.
Tells she was a lady owner and her son, and so my mate made him cut it,
Yeah,
and then it looked ridiculous because it was this. The presentation was stuffed.
yeah, it was shit.
Because it was this.
So it didn't
cut.
look good,
It
yeah.
didn't look good. It doesn't look good for them. you
No,
know?
yeah, of course.
And we had to say it on the video.
Yeah.
It was videoing, so it's going to be cut. So you tell the story, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, at the time, another mate was there and he had it going live. We're smashing this thing, and like she'd never seen anyone. She didn't know we were like pro eaters.
Pro eaters, yeah.
But she'd never seen anything like it. And you can hear her going to her son, "Oh, we've got to make this time shorter now.
Yeah.
It's too short. It's too much time."
Yeah.
And then my friend goes, the other one, "I've got it going live, like can hear everything you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, you're the owner."
Yeah. Not a good look for you.
Not a good look.
No,
yeah, but
no.
Just to try and stitch us up.
Yeah, 100%.
She tried to stitch us up,
That's
but she
shit.
didn't want anyone to finish her challenge.
But that's shit.
So they've got the wrong idea. Those sort of people. They're thinking they don't want to give food away for free, but what they don't realise is
It gets you
exposure and that they get from our videos and that. It's free. It's free. You know.
I had a pizza bar, right?
You're
Like, I grew up in hospitality, and we had a pizza bar, and I had the big pan, the 25-inch pan.
Yeah.
And I started a challenge there.
Well, with the big pan.
And I remember only one guy did it. But
Yeah.
I wanted, and he come in, and when you know how happy I was that he did it? And like I said, you know how many people tried, had to pay for it, and I gave one pizza away.
Yeah.
And
That's
it made
what
so
my
many
mate tried
people.
to tell us.
Yeah, but they don't, I was so happy when he did it.
These
Like,
two guys, at the time, were the two best in Australia.
yeah.
These two are the best in Australia. You're not going to get anyone else like
Yeah,
them.
you're just going to get people
So
spending
bringing
money.
your time limit down, you're not going to get anyone
That's
come
right.
in to do your challenge.
That's
and
right.
We call it a dead challenge.
Yeah.
It goes nowhere.
It goes
Yeah.
It
nowhere.
goes nowhere for you. No one's going to come in and do it. You're only going to give away these ones, which is one in
Exactly.
100,
You're going to
you
make
know?
so much money. Like, Yeah, trippers.
And I love it when someone says,
See, someone just wrote that. You get heaps more. Anyway, damn, said you get more anyway that would fail, so you're not losing it.
you're not losing.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
95% fail.
No, of course, that's right.
Yeah.
And you want people to, like the average Joe Blow, to come and try it.
That's
Like,
right. That's what you want. You want
Yeah.
the average people coming in.
Yeah.
And you want to give them a chance.
Dude,
Yeah, of course.
We had these three guys come in to do the pizza challenge, right? And I knew when they come in, I'm like, they're not doing it, right?
Yeah.
And they were full, like, you could tell they were gamblers.
Yeah.
And my dad goes, all of them are going to do it. And one of them, I swear, was half my size.
Yeah.
Right? And at the end, he saw his two mates not do it, and they went to him, bet you can't do it. And he still tried it. And
Yeah,
he
there you
ate
go.
like a quarter of it.
Yeah.
I was
But he
like,
still gave it a shot.
still
Yeah,
gave it a shot,
yeah,
man.
And in
exactly.
today's
That's a good
world,
go. Yeah.
they still take a photo
Yeah, of course.
because of
mate.
social media,
Yeah.
and they put it up, even though they
100%.
failed.
I
Some
love
of them will put it up and put the finished thing
Yeah,
like that, you know,
that's
and have
right.
a laugh.
But
with
that's
it.
good. That's what you meant to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The restaurant gets good publicity
Yeah,
out
of
of it.
100%.
Yeah. It's,
So have you won more than you failed?
yeah, so I've done, what is it from tonight? I think it's about 515,
my
I think.
God.
I've done.
515
Tonight, I think it's 515.
Yep.
wins or
And out of that, I've failed 4.
wow.
Yeah. Only on time as well.
Yeah, not
Oh,
on,
like yeah,
not
yeah,
on
yeah.
capacity.
Yeah, I didn't chuck the flag up. The
Yeah,
white
yeah.
flag, you know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't tap out.
Yeah, I've tapped
So,
out.
I
just
would have
didn't have
loved.
enough
I
time
I would have
with it.
loved
Yeah.
Vince to see that one that the big sanger.
Yeah. So 2 of those were 2-man challenges, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I tried them as solo.
Well, the one you did at Third Wave.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was a 2-man challenge.
If you had 5 more minutes, you would have done it.
I think 3
Damn,
to 4
that-
more minutes I would have had
Yeah.
it done. So if they had 25 on the clock,
Dan reckons, what the fuck?
What?
You've only failed 4 times.
Well, that's amazing, man.
yeah,
Damn.
I
Had a
think I didn't
500
have enough time. Dan, is it?
Damn.
Don't at me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That is next level, man. That's
Yeah,
full on.
one of them was in Singapore, and it was a new challenge I was starting up for him, and it was called the Moo Ping Challenge. It was these meat skewers, 100 of them. I had an hour, and I said, I didn't know what they tasted like.
Yeah,
I was going
never
in
did, yeah,
blind.
yeah,
They didn't give me one to try. Owner tells me he wasn't going to be there on the night. He's flying out somewhere, but he's got it all organised.
Yeah,
with his.
yeah.
I got stitched up with this one. Oh, so tender, just melts in your mouth.
But then they were hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seen them on the thing. I seen people eating them. They're only a stick with about that big with meat. I gets there that night. They were mucking around to get the challenge out. They finally brought out was these 100 things. I thought, oh yeah, I'm thinking of like Scotch fillet that's going to melt in your
Yeah, it
mouth.
was going to be
Yeah.
killer.
First one I grabbed was like chewing gum, and I've gone straight away in my head. Oh no. I looked at my friend that was with me and I said, I'm in trouble here. This is chewy.
Yeah.
I just kept going because that's my mindset. Just let's do
Yeah.
it. Let's go as best we can. But I knew I was in trouble. It
Yeah.
took so much water to try and push these things down.
Your your body wouldn't
But I
allow
was just
that.
so swollen by the time I got to about 45 minutes. I was hurting just because of the water I'd taken.
100%.
I drank bottles and bottles. I got down to like, I think about 11 or 12 skewers. It was like that much, so close, but so far.
Yeah.
And I got to like 50 minutes, and I knew I couldn't finish it, and I was just like, and I kept going, but I was done. Like, I just couldn't finish it on time. But
oh, mate, once meat's chewy.
And he got me a beauty, this guy, because he put this ridiculous price on it if you fail.
Yeah.
If you won it, you got $1,000.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, tender, these are quick $1,000.
Yeah.
It cost me, this thing was like $450. It cost me.
Fuck.
It hurt. I was on holidays. All I was thinking was $450 of things I could have spent on.
100%. 100%.
Wow.
He got me.
Yeah, definitely.
But you get stitch-ups like that other lady with the souvlaki. You get ones trying to make it harder, like overcooking your meat. And making it dry. And, it's not good. Like, we do this for fun to try and help them.
Yeah.
I've done it for fun from day one. I don't do it for money. There's other eaters that have come along now and start asking for money off venue, which I think is wrong,
Yeah, bloody oath it's wrong.
Asking for like $1,000 to do that, for me to come there. Like there's some
who the fuck are you?
Yeah, who are you? I'm just a guy that can eat a lot of food.
Well, it's true. It's like, who are
that's
you?
all it is, and that's all I am. I'm just a guy that can eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
And I happen to be a bodybuilder, so I can stay in good shape.
Yeah.
I'm no one special, so who am I to ask the venue for, I'll come to your challenge if you give me $1,000. No, I'm coming to do it. If I'm eating for free, I'm winning.
Yeah.
I get to eat for free. People love it. Video, they love watching it.
That's right. And then you can get something from that. You can get monetized on YouTube.
Yeah. And then what I always tell people.
Look at that question, man. Can you see it?
when the video comes up tonight, it's called the 3-box challenge. That will answer your question. I think I had 3 desserts after it. So I did 2 challenges today.
And that blew my mind.
He did 2
2
today.
challenges today, Dan. And then
you got 2 tomorrow.
And then he got a dessert. I was
the same venue. And
that thing was so cold, eh?
Yeah, and the owner said, do you want dessert tonight? I mean, you don't have to. But we've got these new desserts. If you want to even take it home with you, I said, no, I'll have it after the challenge. They didn't think I would. And then the manager tonight said, do you want me to actually box them up for you? I said, no, I'll have them now.
Have them, yeah. He was shocked.
They're having a feed.
Yeah.
And the boys had a little try of the...
that donut one, whatever it was, man.
It was so cold.
Dude, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. It was good tonight? I said it to Chris. Right at the end, I clapped to make everyone clap.
Yeah, because they don't know.
It was great. It was loud.
Because I know once one person does it, everyone will do it.
That's right. I've been in the venue at the end, and it's packed.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm in a church.
Yeah.
And I go, thanks, guys. Next minute, one starts, and they go.
That was why I clapped.
They sort of just don't know.
That's why I did it, to get everyone going. That was killer. It was like,
that's all they need.
Yeah, you need one person, and everyone will do it. That's right. Yeah, that was wicked.
Do you prefer like a burger challenge, or do you prefer like a platter challenge? Anything you prefer?
I love burger challenges, only for the simple as long as the food's cooked right.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Because there's so much flavour change.
Yeah, that's right.
Whereas
pizzas are the same.
Yeah, pizzas are the same. They look cool.
Yeah.
You got chicken.
When they're stacked, it looks crazy.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It looks cool. It's fun. People spin out when they see it because it looks cool and big. And it's such a variety of flavour. Platter challenges are good too because they've got the variety. But they're dangerous too because you could have this, like the Third Wave one. Third Wave have the best slow cooked meats.
I've been there before. It's really good.
So you can vouch for.
Yeah, they're really good.
Their beef ribs, their brisket,
slow
their
cook's the
pulled
best.
pork,
Man.
just melts in your mouth.
It's the best.
Yeah.
The ribs that just
it just pulls off. That's
I had a souvlaki and it was a rib in front that comes off.
I'm obsessed with. Like I've got a smoker and I love it.
Right? Yeah, brisket. So that's what.
And I love it. And I make every time I make like a lamb and like a brisket. It's the best. Good. And when it like melts in your mouth, it does. It's the best.
But like you said, the platter. So it's awesome. But then I hit it's called candy bacon.
Oh no!
And it's called candy bacon for a reason.
100%.
Now I found out it actually is like candy. You got to break it.
Yeah, fuck that.
And to try and chew this stuff to get it down, it was 4 little pieces. It took me about I wasted about 4 minutes on this bacon.
Far
I
out.
only had 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So when I look at the challenge and I needed another 3 minutes for those chips, if that bacon would have been normal bacon,
Oh
I
yeah.
would have finished the challenge.
So
And then the Kranskis were like rubber.
yeah. Okay.
I'm like,
So-
oh gosh.
Oh,
Have you ever
no.
done one of those?
So good and bad with the platter.
You know, like that place here that we want to go to. Have you ever done like a big seafood boil?
So
You know,
like a bowl.
yeah. Well, they call them seafood boils, and they're pretty much like in a bag of like seafood, and they're just like.
No, I've never seen that.
There's a place here called Kicking In. I don't know if they do challenges, but it's like that. It's like there's one in Melbourne. It's
So
called.
they pour the
It's pretty much they put them in a bag and shake it for like
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
and they
flavor,
open
and
it
then
up.
they like
seafood.
Yeah, seafood.
seafood boils.
Boil.
They're called.
We're gonna go.
It's
Right?
just
Yeah.
all seafood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything.
It's in the city.
That's one here, but there's one in Melbourne that's it's got a different name.
I've never seen it.
Me and Jess haven't been.
Was it like in a soup or something?
I think that they put it in the bag for all the flavor to mix, and it's like and they're called seafood boils. That's what they're
But
called.
when it's in the bowl, it's got
They
like
just
a
pour
bowl.
it like on a big platter, pretty much.
Oh, so it's just like
Just sitting there, and you just go smack. Could be crabs.
Could be
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a whole
yeah.
different
Yeah.
variety.
It's not in a soup or
No,
anything.
No.
It's just all seafood.
Oh,
Just
that sounds good.
yeah.
It is nice.
Yeah.
Because I know people like there's people that do oyster challenges, and
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
you got to look up seafood boils,
I'll look it up. Yeah.
and then you might be the one in Melbourne. I think is in Melbourne Central.
Oh,
it's-
right in the city.
Yeah, like in Melbourne Central, like in
Yeah,
that-
it's really nice.
yeah, and it's like it's an
I will
Asian
when I go.
place, but I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
remember the name of it. But they do like seafood boil there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are drink challenges a thing? Dam says, like Badlands chugs, people that chug.
I think they do drink challenges.
Yeah, so I've done the only chugging challenges I've done are the ones that are like a YouTube thing. So like I've done the gallon challenge,
Yeah,
they call it. Obviously, a lot of this stuff comes from America.
yeah.
So the gallon challenge is the 4-liter milk, and you've got to drink 4 liters in one continuous thing.
Oh my god.
So I'm pretty sure, I think it was at the time, we used to have a 4-liter milk, and then they took it away.
Yeah, they
It's
did.
3 liters now.
Yeah, 3
But we
liters.
still had the 4-liter orange juice, which we haven't got anymore.
Yeah,
And so I filled the 4
that's
liter.
right. We did have a 4-liter milk, eh?
Yeah, we had
we
a
did,
4 liter
yeah,
milk, we
right.
had a 4 liter OJ.
Yeah,
So I got the 4-liter orange juice, they've taken that away too. And I filled that with milk.
yeah.
And I did it, yeah.
Fuck.
And that was a hard one
right.
for people because the gallon challenge because of the milk.
Far
That's
out.
next level.
I've done this. There's just a 5-liter water chug challenge where you scull 5 liter. I've done that in I think it was 55.
Oh, yeah, I
seconds.
saw that.
Yeah, well, I saw
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I saw you do.
Yeah.
I saw you do 1.25 liters in about
quick
3 seconds.
Yeah.
before.
Far.
I've done the Coke, the Coke challenge where you got
Yeah.
to scull a Coke.
Fuck.
Jeez.
Real normal Coke.
Yeah, normal Coke.
Oh.
Or it can be Coke, no sugar.
Yeah,
But
whatever.
it's the gas.
Yeah, oh,
it's
yeah,
skull.
man. Because Coke's
And I've done the
fizzy, bro.
Sprite and the banana. Apparently, the banana's supposed to make you throw up.
They reckon when's the next Big Mac challenge for you? They're saying.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
We'll
Vince,
see,
Vince,
we'll
Vince
see.
likes Big Macs,
I love
so
them.
he might smash fucking.
So we've talked about your favorite. Like, what's your least favorite? Because I know you know
What food don't you like? Is there a challenge you
or the
wouldn't
chili
do?
stuff?
I don't like chili challenges. I'm good at them.
But you don't like
I
them.
hate them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Is it
Tower
because-
of Terror.
Is it because of the aftermath
Oh,
of the
yeah,
chili,
yeah,
or is that why you hate them?
Yeah, it's the aftermath.
Because we did a chili challenge here.
Yeah.
I take part in the chili because I'm really good with chili.
Yeah.
So me and my mates, we made our own. We did it here, the 10 wing. We went from number 1 to level 10. But that night we got one. It was like the California Reaper. It was like next level, and I remember after that. Remember we had like I felt like someone like George Foreman punched me in the gut.
Cramps.
Yeah, man.
And the cramps kick in.
But it wasn't. This didn't burn me. It was just here. I felt we were sitting on doing the podcast after like we've done
Yeah.
now, and I remember I was like I felt like
Oh no.
like Mike Tyson punched me
yeah,
in the gut, bro.
It's awful.
Yeah, like it doesn't bother me in the
Oh.
mouth. The chili challenges, I can get them. I can
Oh,
go
you
through
can
'em.
handle it.
Yeah, I'm good with
I've
chili.
gotten
I'm
to
just
the point where I've been in the fetal position. And
from the cramp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the cramp.
I remember I was sitting and I was like,
why am I doing
I was
this?
like, what the fuck, man? And my two mates, it was me, Chris, and my other two mates, because they were the two that did it with me. And then I remember, like, I got a message later from Theo, and he was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going through. Like, he was like,
Yeah, it
like,
actually can get scary.
yeah, man.
Like, it actually can get scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I did a challenge. So I was coming back from Adelaide, actually going
Yeah.
home, and there was this a mate of mine tagged me in a challenge while I was going home, and it was on the way home, and it was a wing challenge.
Yeah.
Now I prep for these hot challenges.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
eat starchy carbs.
Yeah.
So I don't burn a hole in my stomach.
Yeah.
I'll eat like bread. Peanut butter on bread works well.
Is that what helps you for chili, is it? Yeah.
Bananas work well.
Yep.
And mashed potato
Yeah,
works
okay.
well. So I eat that about an hour before I do the chili challenge.
Yep.
Just to line the stomach with some food. Then before I do it, I drink cream. Well, I was on the way back and I didn't have any of this. And there was this chili wing challenge, at this place that was undefeated. And my mate tagged me in it. So I just pulled into the Woolworths there, grabbed like 3 or 4 bananas, scoffed them down, went around the corner. And these things were so hot. I remember I ate nearly a tub of ice cream after it. And he was nice enough to give me the whole tub.
Oh, my God.
The burn went away. It took about 10 minutes, but it went away.
Yep.
I hit the road, started driving home. I had
Stomach
about an
cramp.
hour and a half, 2 hours to go. The stomach cramp.
Yeah,
just got
man.
me so bad.
no.
That's what got me that night.
I just made it to the hospital there. I had to pull into the hospital.
yeah, oh, that bad.
And they thought they couldn't give me anything because they get junkies coming in.
Yeah.
Trying to get
Jeez.
drugs.
Yeah,
making
yeah.
out. I had to show them the video. I said, I just
Listen,
did.
I'm
I
fucking
was
dying.
like screaming, going,
Oh.
I couldn't drive. I had to.
Yeah.
I just made it. And I'm showing them the video and explaining what I did. And they ended up giving me an injection of like morphine to kill the pain,
Yeah.
to ease it up. Yeah, but they had to get authorization. I was in pain in there. I was in the fetal position on the bed.
I
there.
remember I was just.
That's the worst it's ever been.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
remember I was sitting. I remember I was.
I was so scared. I thought,
Yeah.
have I burst a hole in
Well,
my
that's what
guts
I
or
remember. I was
something?
sitting here,
Really?
and I remember I was like,
Yeah.
I was felt like fucking Mike Tyson punched me in the stomach. I was like, and I was sitting
thought
here,
I had burst
and we were
stomach.
talking, and I remember I was sitting like this. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Jeez.
Yeah, it's full on, man.
awful. So now I've realised how to prep for it, how to do everything right. I carry Buscopan, the stomach cramp tablets, and the period pain ones women use, Naprogees.
Okay.
I keep them. If I start to feel a burn,
You got to take it,
I
yeah.
pop them because they take about a half an hour to kick in, and they work really well.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, because it's orally, it takes a
Yeah,
bit of time. Yeah.
It takes a bit of time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now the burning is what people don't realise. It doesn't end there. Then after the cramps, the food goes and the chili goes through your system.
That's
so
the
then
worst,
you've got the
man.
toilet
The
waiting.
next day, mate.
And that's worse.
Oh, yeah.
That is.
Well, I remember my old man always saying to me,
Oh.
he's going, as hot as it goes in, that's as hot as it comes out,
Yeah.
mate. And you don't know that when you're a kid, when the adults are telling you that. And
No.
you learn, everyone learns that.
And when you go,
Oh,
it
mate.
feels like you can't get off the toilet.
Yeah,
like
it's
it feels like you've lost control of your
Oh,
bed.
no.
So you're constantly burning.
Oh.
So chili ones are the worst.
Yeah, about 4 years ago, this company messages me on Instagram. Hey, Big V, see you do these chili stuff. There's this company that have got this foam spray. It's called Fire Ass Extinguisher.
Oh, my God.
They sent me 2 free bottles just to do a post of it. And I thought, and it's got instructions on there. You put it on the toilet paper and you got to go.
Yeah.
It has been a lifesaver.
Oh, really?
It's so cold and refreshing.
Oh, really?
That's the
Yeah,
best.
yeah.
That's
And now I just
wicked.
won it was so funny because I've had these 2 bottles. It lasts forever. Like,
Because of spray.
yeah, it's a foam, you
Like,
know, like a foam that you do the hair.
Yeah,
back in the
yeah,
day.
mousse,
Yeah,
mousse.
It's like a mousse.
yeah.
Anyway, just a few weeks back, I just won the Melbourne Chili Championships, and I got this box of goodies, and there was a bottle of Fire Ass Extinguisher. So I got another bottle, but it works.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if that would be hard for the Big V, man. He goes a whole jar of pickles in 3 minutes. How big's the jar?
I've done the pickle challenge with the big jar. It's a massive jar like that. And I got the idea of Matt Stoney. He did it.
Yeah.
And so I had to order these pickles from America, and they were that massive
wow.
You
pickles.
beat it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
smashed these pickles, yeah.
Fuck.
I actually beat his time, yeah.
Shit. Fuck.
Yeah, but that's always easy when someone's already set the time.
Yeah, of course.
So then
Because there's never been a time.
never
been
been a time.
Yeah,
Then he
yeah.
would have obviously smashed my time because he's a machine.
Yeah, he is. He's freak. I watched him do a bacon one,
He's crazy.
and he was there, and he's like doing a whole body heave. He's going, but he was just like getting like you're saying,
Yeah.
like holding like rolls of bacon, and he was like eating.
Oh, he's
kilos.
next
I was
level.
like, what's this guy doing?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he's a machine.
but he's like full body heaving.
Yeah.
This
He's a
fucking.
machine.
Yeah, he's
So
crazy. And you look at him, and I watch him do a
You'd
pizza
never
one. He folded this pizza the size of this coffee table, and he's like eating it, and it looked like fucking cardboard. And I'm like, how the fuck's this guy eating that?
Yeah,
man?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Next
He's
level,
so
man.
fast.
Yeah, man, he's
and
crazy.
capacity. He's got a
Yeah, he's next level.
next level capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you look up to any of those like
The
any
dual
of these
pickles are
guys?
massive.
Oh, not really, because I just see them as like, like the hot dog champion there. I've gone blank.
Oh,
Joey
Joey.
Chestnut?
Yeah. He did the Big Macs as
So
well.
this,
Yeah, he's a machine. He's probably the
34 Big Macs, I think,
I'm
is the
gonna say he's
record.
probably the
What?
best in the world. Yeah,
34 Big Macs?
yeah,
In
he's
one
probably the
sitting,
best
yeah.
in the world. But he's just a normal guy, man. So I don't look up to him like they're anything special, and that's why I don't expect anyone to look up to me.
Yeah.
The same way.
We're
because
gonna.
Joey did a doco, and he showed that he was just a normal
Yeah,
person. He
100%.
trained for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a bloke. We got a fan that's from England, one of our regulars, right? And he says, "Hey V," he goes, "I watch Beard Meets Food,
Oh, he's a
obviously
legend.
because he's from England."
He's a legend.
He goes, "He has a dessert after every challenge. Is there a science behind that, or is it just a?"
that would just be.
I think he does it just to.
That's an entertainment thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely an entertainment thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a second stomach for dessert. We just say that.
You know where you got to take. We got to take him.
Where?
Have you ever heard of Harndorf here in Adelaide?
Yeah, it's a beautiful town.
Yeah. So there's a place there that does the meter hot dog.
He's already done
Oh,
it.
you did it? Yeah. You hold the record.
Yeah,
That's
hold the-
wicked, bro. Oh, that's the best.
It's pretty awesome. I hold the record, and then I went back and I beat the record. So they
Killer.
they said, yeah, come back and give
Yeah,
it another
wicked.
shot. And they
Wicked.
got the paper in or something.
Yeah,
and-
cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It's beautiful up there, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, all these years I've been coming to Adelaide because we've got family here. We used to stop through there and
Yeah,
always
cool.
eat at that.
Yeah, German arms.
Same place. Yeah,
German
great
arms,
place.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah.
Do you ever get eaters like, other eaters like go, I'm coming to beat your score. I'm coming to this, like.
Not to my face.
No,
but,
okay.
Yeah.
You get that? That happens?
It's been.
Well, it's a competitive sport, isn't
Yeah,
it?
there's been
People
ones
are always
that
gonna
that
try.
go around and say I'm here to beat this guy's record.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that right?
It's just stupid.
Yeah,
It
fair
really
enough.
is. It's childish,
Yeah.
Like, why would you go around? I don't see. Just rock up and do the challenge. Don't-
Yeah.
don't
And if
make
you
it-
beat it, you beat it.
if
Yeah.
you beat it, you beat it. Don't
Yeah.
make a scene and say I'm here to beat Big V's record. Or I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I've even had a competitive eater pose like I do
Oh,
in
what?
the same spot
The arms?
and beat my record at a thing.
Pose it.
Oh, come
Oh.
on.
Yeah. I just think it's childish. Yeah.
Well, that's a bit
Pose.
disrespectful.
Yeah,
I
did
reckon.
this flag
Oh,
in the same
goodness.
seat with the same burger,
Is that right?
and I just thought, come on, man, like
Yeah, it's a bit
I
right.
don't know what that is. When will you recreate the Donkey Kong Burger Challenge? What is
oh,
that?
that was a challenge here, the Donkey Kong.
Was it?
That was at
I thought that was in Bali.
Donkey Kong. I
was
never
that the
heard of
Donkey?
No, that was the Kong burger.
That was the Kong. No, the Donkey Kong was that the one with the little toys in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he did do a Donkey Kong
You
something.
got that aircon on?
it. I can put it on. Yeah.
Check it
Yeah,
out.
man.
Your oldest video.
Oh, it's an older video, so he must have done it like years ago.
Gosh, I can't even remember that one.
He's got 500 of them, so.
Yeah.
Donkey
Oh
Kong.
no, that was the Kong versus Godzilla challenge I'm thinking of.
Oh, right.
And I had the
Oh,
the
yeah,
toy of the
okay.
Kong and the
Yeah,
Godzilla.
yeah. Because of the
come out.
movie.
It was
Godzilla.
really
X
cool. It
Kong.
was two big burgers.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was cool. No, the dog. Oh gosh, I can't remember that one.
Now, I know this is probably a silly question because you've told us you've won this how many challenges, but have you ever vomited
Yeah.
doing a challenge?
What in
Not
the?
during. No, never during.
No, never during.
Never during. I've seen others do it.
Oh my god.
Have you been
been-
close?
I've been there. Oh, yes, I've been to the point. Not that I'm going to vomit straight away when I do the challenge,
But you know it's coming.
I know it's coming. I've been
Yeah.
sitting there. I like to hang around, and like I said before, to me it's for fun, and I get to meet awesome people.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
met so many awesome
Yeah.
people in the food industry. So I'm not one of those competitive eaters that just does a challenge and takes off. I'll sit around and chat with
Yeah,
the
you got
owner,
it.
the
Yeah.
workers.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
You see that girl tonight? She
Yeah,
loved it.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Give them 5-10 minutes. It makes their day.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You know, they're stuck there working, and they
Yeah.
love it. And I've been sitting there because I'd probably just done a 5-kilo burger, and I can feel it's here, and like I just want to get out of there.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
I'm feeling uncomfortable, and just in case, I'd rather be in the car where I can just wind down the window if
Yeah.
it come to that point, or stop and open the door
Yeah.
and just yodel till I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
all right.
Well, I was saying
I
to
don't want
Chris.
to do that in the restaurant.
I was saying that
No,
to Chris.
no.
Like I've at soccer. Like I've at soccer. drank water too fast at halftime and vomited.
Yeah, that's right.
And people, I was saying to Chris, you see the foot, they do it on purpose. It gets you a second win.
Yeah,
that's what they do. It's like a trick.
Gives you a rush.
That all the athletes, it's a trick that they do to vomit to give you that second win. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I've been so bad that I've just pulled up the car and opened the door and whoa, just powered out that.
You feel wicked.
I feel awesome.
Yeah, and you know it's coming.
Jump in the car,
you feel 100%. I've done it at training, halftime, and like vomited, and I'm like, fuck, I feel like awesome. Like,
I ate once. It was a 6 kilo burger. It was probably one of the ones that I felt the worst.
6 kilos.
That's next level, man.
At Burgled Burgers in Carrum Downs in Melbourne, and my sponsors, Max's protein company, that sponsored me. At the time, they had a photographer guy. He was from the UK, and he was really cool.
Yeah.
And black guy, real cool guy. And Dwayne was his name, and he goes, I watch all your videos. You're a machine talking.
Loved it.
When you do one, I'll come along and video it and put it on my page, my YouTube.
Yeah, cool.
I knew nothing about YouTube at all at the time, but I said, yeah, cool. Anyway, I messaged him. I said, I've got this awesome one coming up. It's a 6 kilo, and I'm going for the record. Like, I can't remember whether it was 24 patties or 22 patties. 25 patties. It was 25 patties, 50 bacon, 50 cheese.
Shit.
So it was double the amount of bacon, double the amount of cheese. And I think like they'd made a 21 before. I went right up to 25. And it weighed 6 kilos.
Wow.
It took me, because we dropped the burger, obviously you got to drop a burger like that. I pulled all the bacon aside and put it in one big pile because bacon is very dangerous. When you're eating it with a beef, you got to be careful because you can choke on bacon easy. It's actually easy to grab the bacon and do what Stoney does.
Just munch it.
And just munch it.
Yeah.
Because you got the texture in there.
You know what's going on.
When it's stuck with a piece of meat, you got to be careful.
Yeah. Right.
Because it can get stuck in your throat. Like probably in that fatty bit can get caught.
Yeah, if you haven't chewed it,
Okay.
Competitive eaters have died from bacon.
No way.
I can't remember the statistics, but it's pretty high over in the world. We just don't hear about it.
Wow.
Yeah, of course. They're not going to tell us that part.
I choked on bacon once, and it was so scary. I thought I was going to die, and it was in a competition on stage, and the paramedics grabbed me and they're whacking me on the back, and this bacon come out. Yeah, and I was scared the hell out of me. Mum, she come to watch me.
Oh man! Of all time,
showed up, and I'm choking on.
Oh no! Oh no!
And I'm trying to cough it out. Then I grabbed the water, and it wouldn't go down that way, so it's got to come back that way.
Yeah.
Freaked me out. So then, since then, when I've got a burger with a lot of bacon, I'll pull it aside.
Okay.
So I did it with this big, massive. It was so tall.
It would be.
It was crazy, and put it to the side. I left the bacon till the end. I should have started with it.
Yeah, I haven't.
When I got to it, it tasted like I was eating straight salt.
Yeah, you would. Yeah. Oh.
And I'm like, and I'd already gone through about 2 liters of water. I went through 3 liters of water.
Just for the bacon.
Yeah. Just like, 2 liters and then another liter.
Yeah.
And I think I got him to bring it in cans. So it made up 9 kilos in total. I needed can. He brought Sprite, all these different flavours because of the flavour fatigue. Just to get it down under the hour. I think it took me like 55 minutes or something. I got it down. But from 40 minutes to 55 was so slow going.
Yeah.
Got it down. I felt like so full, but I got it done. Dwayne thought I was a machine. He thought it was like death. He come with me. I picked him up because he didn't have a vehicle. So he videoed on the way while I'm driving. He's interviewing me. So it's going to be all on the YouTube.
Yeah.
And then when I finished, I went to take him back into the city where he lives. He must have looked at me and thought, he's in a bad way.
Yeah.
He goes, just drop me off at the next train station. I'll get the train into the city. You've got to go home. You can go around. No, Dwayne, I was feeling like death.
I'll take it.
I go, no, I'll take it. It's all right. No, V, just serious. Drop me off at the next one. Why is he pushing like to drop him off?
Yeah.
I look in the revision mirror and I'm green. My face is like green.
Fuck.
Oh no!
I was green and then it's sort of going whitey and I'm sweating beads all up here. And I thought, he can see right through it.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
So I said, Oh, all right, Dwayne, I'll drop you off the next one. I drop him off. And then as soon as I dropped him off, I went up to the first side street, pulled left, didn't even, because there was cars on that side. I opened the passenger, jumped across. Whoa.
Oh.
Probably powered out about 3 or 4 kilos.
Jeez.
Just felt amazing. I remember lying there, hanging over the passenger seat going,
Oh,
The best feeling.
feels
oh,
good.
shit.
And I get up, look in the mirror, and my face has come back to a brownish colour.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
Oh,
I've got
That's
a
hilarious.
couple questions for you, man. I don't know if you answered it before, but Chris Goffey says, do you have a favorite challenge from all the ones you've done?
it's been such a hard one to, because I get asked this all the time, but because I've done so many, there's so many good ones that there's not a particular favourite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And the other question was, Big V, do you do this for a living?
No, I
No.
don't.
There you go. You answered that before.
But you can't, like, people can do it for a living, can't they?
Yeah,
course they
so
can.
if I wanted to do this for a living, it's something you got to start travelling around the world.
Yeah, 100%.
Because we
Not
don't
just
have-
Australia.
Yeah, we don't have enough in Australia, and unfortunately with Australia, like everything, if
We're
wanna
so
be
far away from
successful, yeah, we're behind.
Yeah,
you
we
know.
are.
There's
We're so-
no money for these sort of things in Australia. You know, there's I get a bit of cash money here and there from
Certain ones.
certain ones, but it's not enough to make a living.
Nah, no way.
And even if you're one of those eaters, like I said before, that I don't like that they do it, but charging venues,
Yeah.
it's still not enough to make
Nah,
a living
no
out
way.
of,
No.
you know.
No way.
Unless you're making money on the social media.
And social
Do
media.
you do
yeah.
do you do bodybuilding professionally?
No,
like for a
no,
living?
so
Nah, that's
just-
on the
that's
side
just
too.
on the side
Yeah,
as well,
yeah, cool.
And that's the same thing. People say, always thought with bodybuilding you get money. We don't.
Nah,
It costs
you
us
know.
money.
Of course.
It's our
yeah.
passion, and we have to
Yeah.
pay.
Most things are like that. Like
Yeah.
it's
So to get somewhere, you got to go overseas.
of course, yeah, of course.
And that's why you've got to travel.
Yeah.
But then it's your life, you know.
Of course, it becomes everything.
It
Yeah.
becomes everything, and you're away from your family.
Yeah,
you're away
yeah.
From it's a pretty full-on sport if you start to do it.
Oh, of course.
They're training in the gym, water training, going to the challenge. Your day's done, you know, like
Yeah.
that's your day. Then they go home and they edit
Yeah. 100%.
their video,
Yeah,
put
yeah.
up on YouTube because that's where they're making most of their money. On
Yeah, of course.
YouTube and
100%.
Instagram and whoever's paying them through that, and that's all they're doing. And it's a lot of work. As you
Yeah,
know.
Oh, of course, yeah.
we
there's a lot.
say that to people. We know it to people we tell. We're like, you don't just understand the work that goes in
Yeah.
behind all this.
Oh,
you
behind
know?
the scenes, there's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff that goes on.
There's a
To
lot
have us sitting here in front of this fire, you don't understand what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
Well, it's true. People don't get it. It's like
that's right.
it's you know.
the editing alone to do
Yeah,
the
of course,
videos
man.
and that takes
It's-
hours.
Of
It
course
does.
it does.
Hours.
Yeah.
And then it's sort of like I know people don't understand because I get so many private messages.
Oh yeah.
When's the video ready, V?
Yeah.
I just did the challenge yesterday.
I know.
When's,
Oh, they want it already?
yeah.
I love
yeah.
to know that. People are like
All
that.
the
Like,
time.
you know,
Oh.
people think that you're going to be able to edit it in like half an hour. It's like,
Yeah.
mate, it's
Even
not.
the owners of the restaurant,
Yeah,
the ones
they
that
don't get
aren't
it.
sort of, they're new and I don't know 'em.
Yeah.
So when's the video going to be ready? And I'm leaving there, and I'm like, oh, you know, as soon as it gets edited, I'll let
Yeah,
you know.
give us some
and it
time,
takes
yeah.
And you're not the only challenge I've done. Like there
Yeah.
are others.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
absolutely.
Yeah, do them in a row because it's fair.
I like this one, man. That's what I was going to ask you. Is there any food you won't eat?
No, I think I'm probably one of the eaters that have proven that there isn't that a lot won't because I do the hot challenges that a lot of
That you
people
don't
won't
like?
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're excruciating and painful, and a lot of the competitive eaters won't do them. But I've sort of eaten everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I wouldn't do offal. That's ugh.
What is it?
Like, you know, like brains and
Oh, so
I wouldn't do that.
I suppose I can't. Well, I can answer that because I'm over here in Australia. We don't have all those sorts of things. But if
Yeah,
you're a
yeah.
Europe competitive eater,
Oh,
I guess
mate.
there is.
They'd have
Probably
liver.
so.
They'd have
Yeah.
liver.
They'd have
and-
everything.
Yeah, they
yeah.
would.
They would.
There's this certain fish. I remember a competitive eater put it on thing that he was eating it, not as a challenge, but just to eat it.
He's
And
just
as soon
having
as
it
they
as food.
open the can, I don't know if you've ever seen it or heard of it. It's over in Europe somewhere. It's a fish, and people eat it, and it stinks as soon as you open the tin.
Is that right?
Really bad,
I
yeah.
wonder where that is.
It's got a real putrid smell.
I wonder where in Europe it is.
And it's like a thing that they eat out of the tin, a fish.
Mm.
And they open it. Whoa!
I know there's a one. I know there's a bad one that the Greeks eat. It's a small fish, not sardines, but it's like if you haven't grown up on it, you won't eat it.
In a
Is
little
that what it's
tin?
called?
Yeah.
Surströmming?
Surströmming?
Maybe.
I think that's it.
Surströmming.
I think that's it, and it smells.
It
I
smells.
know, I know there's a Greek one like that too.
That's the one. It's a shocker. Yeah, that's it. Then.
It's a shocker. There you go.
And a mate of mine moved overseas, and he sent me a picture of this tin, or a picture of someone else with it, and he said, "Would you eat this? You've eaten everything. If you could get a hold of it." And he sent me some videos, and they opened this tin, and literally they jump back because it's so putrid. Like the smell is just, you can't handle it. And then I don't know what it's to eat it. That's another thing.
Well, there you go. Reborn said fermented fish in a can. It's rank. It's rank.
That's the one.
That's what surströmming is.
That's it. That's the one.
I'll vomit straight away.
Thanks for answering that, guys.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If
That's it.
there's foods that as European, right? If you don't grow up eating it, you try to give it to someone else that's never had it,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, "What are you eating?" And you're like, "What do you mean?" Because you're like used
That's
to it.
right.
We grew
You're
up with
used
it.
to it,
Yeah.
Well,
You're like, "What are you
I
eating?"
hate, out of all the challenges, I can confidently say the pho challenges.
Yeah, you do. Well, because your dad's 6 kilos of pho. What do you
Yeah,
expect?
once I had that 6 kilo,
Yeah, fuck
then
that.
I do pho challenges of like 3 kilos, 4 kilos. I can't stand doing them, but I do them because they're challenges.
The cat wants to know.
But to
wants
me,
to know
it's
Vince.
just,
There you go.
it tastes like rotten off water.
Yeah,
like, and
yeah.
the meat is all fatty and it looks like off cuts and
Yeah, there
yeah,
you go, Keem.
Keem loves you, man.
Keem loves you, man.
yeah. A beautiful
Yeah,
cat.
like it's sort of like when you're young, like you get drunk on something, you never drink it again.
Nah,
Yeah.
Like Uzo for me.
Well, my dad, because when he was like 17 in Cyprus, got pissed on Uzo, and now like he could drink us all under the tap, but he won't drink Uzo now. Just hate. Still to this day, like 60 years later.
That's what happened,
hates
yeah.
it,
Oh,
like,
I can't do Uzo.
But because
Yeah.
I know a guy that got wrecked on tequila and would never drink tequila again.
Well, similar to Uzo is that Black Sambuca.
Oh, yeah.
it's
Oh,
similar. Yeah,
man.
a
So
little bit.
we used to get this because we thought it was cool.
Yeah, that's what everyone did.
17, 18-year-old.
Yeah, that's
I
what
remember we
everyone
got this tall Black Sambuca and we're in the car driving to a nightclub
Oh
in
my
Shepparton.
God.
We're drinking this thing thinking, yeah, and I used to love that licorice taste.
did. Yeah, but now.
Yeah,
I got so smashed on it. I remember coming back and they dropped me off at my
Sambuca's dangerous,
girlfriend's
bro.
and I was spewing on the
Sambuca's
wall.
dangerous.
Oh.
Ever since
Black
then, I
Sambuca's
just can't go near it.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's
Yeah,
dangerous.
but I loved it back then.
I love-
Until that night.
How cool! You know what? It was true though. I remember we used to have a bottle in here in my dad's back room, and like that the long bottle.
Yeah, the
we
long-
thought it was so cool.
so cool,
yeah,
man.
and I loved it.
I can't handle the licorice taste. Like,
yeah,
And back then I loved
Back
it, but
then you
after
liked
that,
it.
I
yeah.
don't like it, man.
Yeah.
I don't like it
that
at all.
long neck and all the different flavors.
Paul reckons apparently spam is making a comeback. Yeah.
Oh,
Imagine a spam
a
challenge.
spam challenge.
Oh, shit.
That would have to be the worst.
That'd be terrible,
We'd have
man.
over here.
Spam challenge.
What is that? Just
It's fucking wild.
Spam.
is
That'd be
making a big
terrible.
comeback.
I wouldn't even eat it,
I
man.
wouldn't be able to eat it, bro.
Nah, no way.
Ronald, shout out to the cat.
Yeah, the cat, yeah, definitely, man. He loved it. Just wanted a pat, and now he's left. That's it. Yeah, that's spam challenge. That'd be terrible.
Oh, wouldn't it?
So well, all right. Before we get going, what's on the horizon, man? Any more new ones in Adelaide, Melbourne, anywhere else in
Yeah,
Australia?
so we got 10 here.
Yeah.
Always when I come to another city, it always starts off with like 6 and ends up with 10.
Ends up with more. Yeah.
Word of mouth just gets around so fast.
How long do you usually spend here when you come?
2 weeks.
2 weeks,
Yeah,
yeah.
I usually come for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, wicked.
It gives me a decent time to
Yeah.
visit family as well the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
few days,
Yeah.
and then get into the challenges, and then a couple of days at the end not doing challenges.
Yeah.
And so we got 10 this week.
Well, you said your mum's side was German, eh? So she
Yeah.
loved Harndorf.
Yes, well, that's
Yeah,
why we
oh,
always
yeah,
go through there 'cause of her.
yeah.
Oh, there
I
you
was gonna
go.
say she would
So
love
all
it,
our
yeah.
life coming to Adelaide, we had to stop through Harndorf,
Yeah.
or we used to leave and have lunch at Harndorf
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
way out because
yeah.
it used to fall perfect.
Yeah,
for
because my
lunch.
missus' mum's side is German, and
Yeah.
like the Oma and Opa loved Harndorf.
They
like,
love-
back in the day.
there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
And it's such a beautiful little town. Isn't
Yeah,
it,
it's
when you
nice.
drive through
Harndorf
there?
is beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
very nice.
D-Max says, hey, boys. Hey, Dino, how are ya?
All right, I've got a question for you. So, what advice would you give the audience out there? Anyone that's looking into getting into food challenges, what advice would you give them to start off?
Don't do it.
What advice would you give them?
Yeah.
So if you've got the talent
If
already,
you
like if
if
you've
you
got a
can
bit
do
of
it,
potential,
yeah.
Yeah.
if you can eat a decent amount. Look, if you're struggling to eat like 2 cheeseburgers or something,
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't even bother because you're just going to
Yeah.
lose your money every time, and
Yeah,
that's not going to be fun. But if you're a decent eater, just have fun with it at the start. If it's exciting and you're nervous, like we spoke tonight,
you gotta have a bit of.
I get nervous, and people see me. I'm shaky in the videos. I actually shake. I've got a thing called benign essential tremor.
Yeah,
So I have a shake. I've had it all my life.
yeah, you got a bit.
But when I get nervous,
you shake more.
it goes 10 times.
Yeah.
So it's people see it at the start of the challenges, and I get it in my videos. Why is he shaking? It's because I'm got that, but I'm nervous.
Nervous as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm nervous after 500 odd challenges. Still, that means I still love it.
Yeah, that's right.
Correct.
If you're not nervous with something,
You don't. It's a chore.
it's
Yeah.
it's died for you. So if you're not nervous, and don't do it.
Yeah.
So you've got to be keen. And then if you think if you've got the talent, training.
Yeah.
Water training, food training.
Foodchallenges.com.
Foodchallenges.com. Randy Santel's foodchallenges.com. He has helped so many people with that. It's free advice. It tells you all about it, how to prep in detail.
Yeah.
Yep.
Better than any of us can tell you. So just jump on there, foodchallenges.com, and do your research with that. Because it can be dangerous with water alone. So you've got to make sure you get your electrolytes in it.
Yeah.
Because you can, it's called hypertonemia. When you drink too much water, your sodium level drops in your body and you can pass out and you can die.
That's what that's what they reckon happened to Bruce Lee, because he used to drink too much water. So much water. His water levels because he was only
Probably.
57 kilos as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what fucked him up. They reckon. Yeah.
Back then they didn't know.
Yeah, they had no idea.
He thought drinking water was great.
Yeah, and he was drinking like maybe 4 or 5 liters for his body. It was way too much.
So for my bodybuilding, I drink 4.2 litres
and you're
a day.
Big boy, but you're a big boy.
In the
That's
summer, up to 5.2. But I eat 5,000 calories of food.
Yeah.
So that's got a lot of sodium and all that. If you're drinking 4 or 5 litres of water a day, but you're only eating 3 meals.
Well, imagine.
You haven't got enough sodium from the food.
100%.
So you've got to add electrolytes to the water.
Well, imagine him, like we were saying, he was 57 kilos. He had like 2% body fat.
Yeah,
and he was drinking 5 liters of water. It's actually not good. It's too much.
And he wouldn't have been eating 5,000 calories.
No way.
In fact, he might have been eating 2,000, 3,000 calories.
Way.
Here he is drinking probably 6 litres of water.
He was, yeah.
It just flooded his body, sodium dropped.
And they reckon they only found that out later. That's what actually fucked him up a lot, you know?
So, as fun as competitive eating can be, it also can be dangerous.
Yeah.
So, with the water training, that can be dangerous. So, add your electrolytes if you're doing just water. Chili challenges, if you're going to go down that road. When you do chili contests, you're signing a waiver for a reason.
Yeah.
That means it's dangerous.
Paul said, what was that called?
Hypertonemia.
Hypertonemia.
Yeah. So, look that up, hypertonemia. And you definitely add electrolytes to your water.
Yeah.
And
so say if you're like doing it, is it like if you like smash a Powerade or something? It's like, you know, they've got electrolytes in it.
So that's fine. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so some people will do that. They'll add that to their water training. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I've been doing that too. Like I've been doing water training lately because I'm doing a challenge with you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I've been putting electrolytes in the water.
And you don't get
no
dizziness.
No, I'll get like. Obviously, you get the full feeling.
Yeah. Which is what you're trying to
exactly.
achieve.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But if you're starting to get dizzy or something, that means you need electrolytes in there.
Yeah, okay.
Because the next step is you're going to faint and pass out.
And fuck that.
You don't want that.
Yeah, I had another competitive eater. He's retired now. And he did water training down like a crazy amount, like about 5 litres. He passed out, hit the floor.
Fuck.
Lucky his girlfriend was there, and she slapped him, and then shoved electrolytes and stuff down his thing.
Well, that's what they say. The dangerous thing is they even say, like when someone gets into a fight, you get knocked out. The actual dangerous part isn't the knockout from the punch; it's you.
Yeah, hitting the ground, cracking your head open. So before you even die from the hypertonemia, you've died from hitting your head on the concrete,
100%
on the tiles or whatever.
Fucking hell.
So take it seriously as well.
Yeah.
And also, chili challenges take that very serious.
Yes.
I know myself. I ended up in hospital one time. Yeah, hydrolyte tablets.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I drink the hydrolyte tablets.
That's the one. Just chuck some of those in there.
Yep.
When you're going over, 2-3 litres of water, like we're pushing water, till it hurts.
Yeah.
So every competitive eater is different. Some
Well-
people can only handle 3. I can go up to like 6 litres of water.
Crazy.
I remember. Well, I remember.
I'll get to 3 and that's it.
Well, no, I remember back in the day, like when I was first coming through with soccer. I remember, like, because obviously it wasn't as, like you said, they didn't know as much back then, and they
No.
were like, "Oh, it's good for everyone to drink 2 liters of water a day." But then I remember 10 years later, they were like, "Actually, it depends on how much you weigh,
Yeah.
how much
It
this,
does.
because
It was
you
just
could
this
weigh
blanket
50,
of
yeah,
2 litres.
yeah, because like I said, you could weigh 50 kilos,
they
and 2
said
liters of
8
water is
glasses
way
of water a
too,
day.
it's way
Where
too
does
much
8
for you.
glasses of water
Yeah,
come out?
it's way too much for you if you actually weigh 50 kilos.
That's
You know,
right.
yeah,
2
Yeah.
litres is no good for a 50 kilo person.
yeah,
or
exactly,
100 kilo guy.
exactly. That's right.
Yeah, or someone eating 3,000 calories and someone
Exactly,
eating 2,000
and then
calories.
they only work that out like later, like you're
Yeah.
saying. It's
It all
yeah,
plays a part.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so always health first.
Yeah.
Health
Yeah,
first.
of course.
Well,
And the other thing is putting on weight for
Yeah.
food challenges. If you're going excessively and you're not working out hard enough or working your calories out, because I work everything out so I can
Yeah,
roughly
yeah.
stay in shape.
Yeah,
If you're not working it all out and you're starting to put on weight, it's not healthy.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
So get blood tests also.
So-
I get blood tests every 3 to 4 months to check that everything's right.
Yeah,
Because I get comments all the time on
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media. Oh, your cholesterol will be
Dude.
through the roof. Your this will be through the roof. No, I don't know. It's good, actually.
so
know it's
how do
good.
you eat when you're not doing challenges?
My food is all the same food day in, day out.
Yeah.
So my breakfast, my 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
And that's all
10
based around
o'clock.
bodybuilding.
Yeah, it's all
yeah.
based around 50 to 60 grams of protein every
Yeah.
3 hours.
Yep,
No carbs. I just have fiber
yep,
up until training. Then I train in the afternoon, 5:30.
yep.
My pre-workout meal has no fats, but it has carbs and protein. Carbs and protein after training through rice, chicken, and then I have my berries and my little treat, which is Greek yogurt, protein.
Yeah, see
and
that
some banana.
that was my mate that did the chili challenge with me, and he goes, "We need to sign a waiver next time we eat the bomb." That's what
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
called.
the
the chili.
bomb. I've
Oh,
had the
dude.
bomb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, well, you should have heard what he said before, Dino. He did a chili challenge, and he was that fucked. He got cramps. He like
I
went into
thought
hospital.
something burst.
Had to
I
get
thought
more.
my
Had to get
guts
more
had burst.
morphine injection.
That's crazy.
I
Yeah.
really did. I said to him, please scan my stomach. I said, I
Yeah.
think I'll burst inside.
Well, I remember we were sitting here, man. Like I said, it
It
just
was
felt like someone punched me,
excruciating,
man. I
yeah.
was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
I've never felt anything like it.
yeah, fuck that.
I've had some pain, but that was another level.
Fuck.
You know, with like, because I obviously have been doing food challenge a little bit, not to your extent, but I always get the family that just come after you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
everyone comes after you. Why are you doing that? You're killing yourself. Do you get that all the time?
Of course, you're going to get that.
Yeah, it's like,
Of course.
oh
Yeah,
man,
but you
it's
get
like,
that-
and it's like, relax, like I'm
Yeah, no,
okay.
Yeah, that's right.
But you get
Yeah.
that. You get that with everything, man. You know how many family members I get to this day that like they'll come up and go, "Oh, you're still playing soccer."
Yeah.
you still-
Like, when
People
are you
do-
going to slow down?
Yeah.
When are you going to
when
give
are
it
you
up?
gonna do this? Yeah. Like, you get that with
Yeah.
everything.
You can't
But I
do
get it a
forever.
lot.
Yeah.
I get it a lot with the food challenge. It's like,
Of course.
it's like I'm not doing it every day.
Yeah.
Like,
People don't
it's-
get that part.
you
but
know,
that's
your
why I
body
asked-
can
That's why
handle
I asked
it.
Vince
Yeah.
that question.
That's
How do
right.
you eat when you're not doing it? Which
Yeah.
is 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You
so
know what I
it's,
mean?
you know,
So my actual percent, I put a post up on Instagram last week. It was saying about my diet is 90-10,
Yeah.
90% clean. It's actually not. 90-10 just sounds good.
Yeah.
My diet, because I actually eat 7 meals a day.
Yeah. For the bodybuilding.
So I
yeah,
eat
yeah.
one refeed meal on a Wednesday, which is usually just a higher carb like pasta. I'll have some fruits,
Yeah.
and it's a higher carb meal. Then I have a cheat meal on Saturday or a challenge.
One a week. One cheat meal a
One
week.
cheat meal,
Yeah.
yeah. Obviously, when I come to Adelaide, it's back to back.
Yeah. Yeah.
10 in a row.
Yeah.
And then I go to Brisbane and I'll do probably another 8 back to back.
Yeah.
That's once off in a year, but I don't eat all my meals through the day, so I'll try and
Yeah,
average
yeah.
the calories out. But normally, that's all I do. So it's actually the percentage is 96.4. So it's only 4% of the week
Yeah.
that I eat off meal
Shit. Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
Shit, like rubbish.
That's, I mean, that's the
But that's
thing. Like,
fine.
So people don't actually understand how dedicated and
Yeah. Well, I remember I had
everything's
this.
weighed. I weigh everything on the scale.
I had this coach back in the day that he was playing National League back
Yeah.
in the day for Adelaide City, like, you know, and old NSL. Like you say, you were into
Yeah.
soccer, and is the fittest person I've ever met. And he was the same. He used to have a cheat meal once a week just to let the body know it was.
It's actually good a
Yeah,
cheat meal once a
because
week.
it lets your body
It
sort of
resets your
yeah,
insulin,
yeah.
your leptin levels, and it can actually
Every
help.
Sunday he used to have a cheat meal,
Yeah.
and I mean, he was at like 52, still the fittest guy I'd ever met. Like,
Yeah.
he was unbelievable, and I was like, It's like, you know, it's
It's actually no good to eat the same.
all the same.
7 days straight.
Yeah.
It's actually good to throw in a cheat.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah,
It helps your
it's
body.
really
Yeah.
good. So I put the 90-10 in there just because every now and again I do 2 challenges on the weekend.
Yeah.
Just because I do, people say, how often do you do these challenges? I do them when they show up.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think the manager or someone asked me, and I said, I don't know, I just do them when they show up.
Yeah.
They're not every day, you know.
No.
I just happen to have a lot because I haven't been here since last
Yeah,
year,
that's
so
right.
I'm going to pump them all out.
Yeah.
And then people will see them on social media, and it looks like you're doing them all the time.
Yeah.
So they're like,
Of course.
Correct.
yeah. How many of these do you do a week? And it's like
Well,
one, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Sometimes none. Sometimes it's just a cheat meal and not a challenge.
That's right.
But they see these, I'll pump them out, and they think for some reason it looks like
Yeah.
you're
But see,
doing
the
it.
thing is, even with you, like, the part I don't get
I
is
don't
like,
see what goes on.
But what I'm
behind
saying is-
doors.
anyone with half a brain, I mean, this don't affect, they can obviously see you're a fit guy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
well, it's
yeah.
true. Like, you know, you can.
But the comments I get are like, KP, what drink are you?
Pepsi Max. Pepsi Max, man.
No sugar, no sugar.
Yeah, Pepsi Max. We're
Keeping
being
the
good.
calories
We're
down.
being good boys. Pepsi
Yeah.
Max, man.
Yeah, no black hamburger in there.
No, like that.
But what was I saying? So, yeah, people don't see, and then they comment and put, you know, how do you? I wish I could eat like you and stay like that.
Yeah.
They're actually sort of being cheap, like
Yeah, of
smart
course they
hunters. No, if you did eat like me, you would look.
You
like,
wouldn't, yeah.
You would look good.
Yeah.
You wouldn't look like me because
No
we're
way.
all different.
Because you're not a bodybuilder
And
on
you're
the
not
side.
bodybuilder,
Yeah, that's right.
genetics are different
Of
and everything
course.
plays a part.
course.
But you would look a lot better than what you did if you actually did eat like me.
Yeah.
And weighed everything.
Yeah, the way I actually eat. Yeah, of course.
Because you're not telling us that at night you're eating the Tim Tams in the
Yeah,
cupboard.
of course, man. Of course.
Yeah.
I was saying it to Chris in the car, like, because I've played soccer my whole life. Like, I'm 40 now, like whatever. And people don't actually realize how hard it is to have been fit your whole life.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, we were talking about in the
it's
car. Like,
hard.
it's,
Yeah.
you know, it's.
It's not easy.
No, I've got my mates that are like my mate that, you know, are bigger now, like that. And I'm like the same weight I was when I was.
I watched my dad
21,
turn
yeah.
30 and just blow up, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
Just because he was an active person
Yeah.
and he got married and whatever and then sort
The
of just
dad
slowed
bod.
down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he just blew up.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, it happens, man. It's
yeah.
true.
And he can't say it today because I'm 45 and still in shape. But
Yeah,
he used
yeah.
to go, oh,
Oh, wait till you get
wait till you get married. It all catches up on you, son.
Yeah.
No, it catches up on you if you let it.
That's right.
So when you've been doing it
100%.
like us,
Yeah, 100%.
exactly what you said. It is not actually easy.
It's not. No.
Because we want to stay in shape and we want to stay the way we always were.
Yeah.
Although we can't, like
No, you can't.
injuries,
You can't, that's
whatever,
right.
age, but we do our best.
Yeah, of
So
course.
it's not easy to
You know-
maintain that.
You know, I mean, I had so many
It's a
mates.
battle. It's a
I
battle.
was saying to, you know, how
yeah.
many of my old mates, like growing up with them, that have turned around to me 20 years later and said, man, you know, like, I envy the fact that you didn't sit there and smoke with us and do this. And,
Yeah.
you know, and we smoked and we're all unfit. And
Because at the time they were going, come
yeah,
on,
and I was
that
like,
one's
no,
not going to
no,
hurt
yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
One leads to one more.
Yeah,
One
100%.
course.
leads to
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Of course.
Of course, man.
It's a battle being disciplined.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Discipline's the number
But
one
it's
word.
a battle that we fight and we stay.
Yeah, of
strong.
course. Yeah, 100%.
Discipline will get you through anything.
Yeah, yeah,
100%.
that's right.
So once you've got discipline, all you have to do is stay consistent.
Yeah.
Correct.
And you've got the magic.
Yeah.
There's the magic pill.
Yeah.
I was saying that to my missus, like we're talking
Yeah.
about it, and I was like, you know how many times I don't want to go to soccer training.
That's right. We don't want to go.
I go, but I go
Yeah.
because I know but you know,
Yeah.
there might be a night where I'm like, I can't be fucked. But
Yeah.
I know once I get there, I'll be like, yep,
I'm the
Yeah.
same with the gym.
I'm into it,
I don't want to go and train legs. I
yeah.
don't want to walk through.
But
that
you know,
building.
once you get there, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Once I get there,
And that's what
get it so
discipline
the
is.
blood gets
Yeah,
moving.
that's
I
right.
feel all right. When I leave, I feel fantastic.
And that's what discipline is.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I'm
That's
glad
exactly
I
what it
showed
is.
up again.
Yeah.
I like that post you did the other week where you did legs and then like you were doing this exercise and then like this
The
This old man, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's how it is.
Oh,
They say.
so
funny.
away from the food stuff, man, are there any like personal records you've got from like bodybuilding, like lifts or anything? Like,
Yeah, I've done powerlifting as well.
Yeah, that's
so I
what I
did
mean, like,
powerlifting
getting
for about 5 or 6 years.
what's your
and then I hurt my back, so I had to stop.
yeah?
that.
So what's your like
my heaviest lift.
Your best thing, like a deadlift or
my best deadlift was 265.
Fuck, that's fucking.
Bench was 175.
Jeez.
And I think my squat was 180.
What'd you do to your back, man? Because I ruptured a disc.
So
in my back
I
once,
originally hurt my back way back in 2007. I was just out on the orchard. We got farming, so we grow peaches and stone fruit. And KP and Chris,
your guest, he's a damn nice bloke. He seems cool. There you go, man.
Thank
you go, Big V.
So yeah, it just caught me eye.
No. It's 100% man. Read it. Yeah.
So I did my back leaning over with a pruning gun in the winter months. We prune fruit trees.
Yeah.
I just leant over this machine that we're in. Whoa, what's that?
Yeah.
And I went to step on my foot. I couldn't step on him. This thing's shooting down my leg.
Down the sciatica. That means the
the
disc was touching your side.
Oh, man.
He goes, you've done your sciatic. I said, what's that?
Yeah.
I was a bodybuilder, but I knew nothing about sciatic.
No.
And he said, just easy. Took me, we left, and then he said, you're going to have to rest for long. You're not going to be able to walk for 2-3 days.
No way.
I got into this physio guy, and he pop, did these things, and crack, and I was like a new man.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. And he goes, be careful. I'll just put it in, and just as easy, you can come out again. I just kept going to gym like normal, everything. 3 months later, it went again, and then ever since then, he couldn't put it back in.
Yeah.
It's been an ongoing battle. Now the L3, L4, L5. So L4, L5 and S1.
Yeah.
It was the first L4, L5, and it's gone to the S1 now.
Yep.
One's bone on bone now, so there's no disc left.
No disc.
The others are bulging.
Yeah.
And they'll play up every now and again when I do legs.
Yeah.
I feel that shooting, and I'll just pull up.
Yeah.
And finish on the leg
Yeah,
extension.
I ruptured S1.
So that's the one down the bottom.
Yeah, full ruptured, and it got onto my sciatic nerve,
Isn't
and
it?
I was stuck on the like I legit for like 5 weeks was I'm like 81 kilos. I was like 71 kilos. Because I was in bed for like.
You can't do anything until the inflammation goes down because it's touching the nerve.
It was fucked. It was the worst.
Sounds really painful,
I've broken a leg.
So,
Kid feel like double, and the back was like worse.
Yeah.
It was
so I've
fucked,
just
bro.
continuously, ever since 2007, worked around it. And my physio told me the worst thing you can do, Vince, is stop training in the gym.
Yeah, no. You got it back for backs. You got to keep moving.
I would
Active
never
recovery.
tell you to stop training.
No.
Obviously, you did your back, you stop,
Yeah.
so the inflammation can come in and you can walk again. But then you train because you keep all the muscles strong.
That's
around
right.
it. You just listen to your body. If
Yeah,
something
yeah.
hurts a little
That's
bit,
what I'm like.
and you feel that little zap down your
Yeah,
leg,
that's what I get.
that means it's ready to
Oh
go worse. So pull up and go and do a different exercise.
I get like a little zaps in my mine always goes in the left glute, and I'm like, oh,
So mine's
That's
right.
crazy.
I'm like, ooh.
That's right, and you know to pull up. I
My
heard
feet
it about,
I had this foot. I had no feeling in it for like 4 weeks, right? And it was like, I started getting worried. I'm like, man, am I gonna ever get feeling back in this leg?
Scary,
like you
you
don't.
know, you've never had it happen.
And then the thing is, like and I'll tell you, you might not know this, but like I was saying to you, the fact that you're a bodybuilder is the reason it didn't go as bad as it would if you weren't. Because your lumbar, that means your lumbar is holding that disc in place.
That's right.
If you were just a normal guy, it would have, you'd have been.
My
Like,
doctor said that to me. He said, lucky that you're bodybuilding
Oh, yeah.
and keeping it strong.
Yeah.
So then I started getting to powerlifting.
Yeah.
I one comp, I got second, I got third, I won another one. I did well in my class.
Yeah.
My weight class. And because I was strong. I wasn't just a good bodybuilder, I was a strong bodybuilder.
175 bench is next level. Bro.
Yeah, I was a strong bodybuilder. So I would train to that. Like I had to train differently for my bodybuilding, and I would incorporate it in it. So it'd be
it's
6 weeks.
for power, not for look. Yeah.
It'd be 6 to 8 weeks leading into a powerlifting comp.
Yeah.
And then I could probably only bench 160. By the time I got to the thing, I could bench 175. You know,
Next level.
it was the last comp that I did the deadlift only, and when I went up, I got the lift, but I felt.
You'd heard it, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then
Yeah.
It's terrible.
one of the guys there knew, and he said, "You've done your back, haven't you?" And I said, "Yeah."
It's so funny because
and then that was it for me.
my story is almost identical. I was soccer, doing all this shit, and then you know how I did it? I was in the fucking backyard with Jess.
Yeah, I didn't even do it
And
in the gym.
I pushed the shovel into the ground, and I went, "Whoa!"
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, and then we went inside, and I sneezed.
Oh,
That's what my doctor told me. He said, you know, people, they don't do their back when they're lifting weights, whether they're in the shower or they move or they sneeze.
He told
People
me.
have done it in this sleep.
He said to me, he goes, more percentage of people rupture a disc sneezing
sneezing
because they're not
bad,
ready for it. He
apparently,
goes, if you're ever like bending down and you think a sneeze is coming, stand up.
Stand
don't
up,
don't
yeah.
do it while
Wow.
you're bending over, man.
Wow.
He was
Like,
telling me in the shower, it must be because you're turning
Yeah.
and people have sneezed while they're
Yeah.
turning to grab the side
Yeah.
or something. Bang. They're
My
like,
old Chris, the one was saying, my oldest brother, you know, he did his back. He just had his kids, and he went like this to pick up his daughter, and he just got stuck. And he was like, and he had to roll over onto his
Yeah,
side.
because you're not thinking when
Yeah,
you
you're
do
not
those
thinking.
things. When
Yeah.
you're doing a deadlift or
You're
something,
thinking about it.
focus, locked in,
You know.
back.
Right.
Yeah.
You might have a mirror in front of you so you
Yeah.
can see your posture.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Big difference.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's just always doing something
Yeah.
nonchalant, like just
Picking something up
Yeah,
off the
it's
ground.
bad,
or,
man.
Yeah,
pruning an orchard.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what I was doing. I was
leant
thinking,
over to prune a little
Yeah.
branch that was hanging
I was
down
like
my
thinking,
nuts.
I was doing something next to the lemon
One
tree. Like I
little
was like,
snip.
it was like
Yeah,
Far
same
out.
thing, see?
just
The
stupid.
one
yeah.
little thing can
Yeah, that's what it is,
cause
mate.
so much
Yeah,
pain.
and I remember saying to Jess, I was like,
It's a big
it was like,
ego.
oh, that's what I said to Jess. I was like, it was like the straw that broke the camel's
Yeah.
back. That fucking light. If I didn't go put that shovel in the
Yeah.
ground, I probably would have been.
That was that one little slip
Yeah,
that then it couldn't go back in
Yeah.
place properly
Yeah.
and it wears like a wedge.
yeah, that's what happens.
So it can't go, it can never go back in properly.
Not 100%, no.
So then you aggravate it again, picking up something and it swells or comes out a little bit, just enough to, because that nerve's so close to it.
Oh yeah.
So it only takes that much.
See,
to
you know,
touch
and
it.
the thing is, you know what they say, like when you're
It only takes a little bit.
you're
to touch that
susceptible
nerve.
to do it when you're younger because your discs are like gel.
Yeah.
But once that you get past about 50, that's why most people are stiff because your discs are like they've stiffened up by
They
then.
go
Yeah,
brittle.
they
No,
do.
like
So
a-
it's like
yeah.
different. It's like you. That's why you don't ever hear of like a 60-year-old really rupturing a disc,
That's right, yeah.
because it's not there to rupture. It's
Become
like yeah,
concrete.
it's become
Yeah.
pretty much. It's like
Far out.
we went from food to
So-
injuries to
Yeah. Your plans of eating?
Mine.
I've been doing this for nearly 10,
10 years.
So
Look, I'm.
the up and comer.
I don't think I'm up and coming.
You said you've told me, like how Vince said, you actually enjoy it.
I do enjoy the
Yeah.
food challenges, but yeah,
It's exciting, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll see how I go. I'm not.
How do you look at it in the way of what time are you guys?
What time's it?
Soon.
Whenever we like.
Soon.
Oh, because we're talking about our age. We're old men.
Oh yeah, we are.
It's past
We
our
are.
bedtime.
Yeah.
So what I look at it, and the best part
Ooh.
of food challenges is, I've said before, meeting new people.
Yeah.
And you meet a lot of good people, you know. And
Yeah.
I've got a lot of friends that I've met through food.
Yeah.
I met you.
You
Yeah,
met us, yeah.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
If you didn't, you wouldn't have met me.
Nah.
No.
We didn't hear about that challenge of beefcakes.
Yeah.
We never would have known
Yeah.
you.
No, we
That's
wouldn't
right.
have known you. No.
Wouldn't have known
Oh,
you.
probably would have like
Later
maybe.
on, we
Yeah,
might
who
have seen you,
knows?
but we
Look how
never.
we crossed paths. We both knew Rob.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Yep.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
did a challenge. Rob stirred me up saying that you beat my
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Big V, you got to come back and
Yeah,
beat it.
yeah.
We-
Actually,
We'll get
And
Chris
we said we were like, well, you know how happy I was for him when he
Yeah.
like.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Bring him in,
fucking
let's
oath,
have a
man.
laugh. Let's
Yeah,
have
that
a
was cool,
something.
man.
Well, I said
That's cool.
because I went on the video and I'm like, call Vince in, bring him in,
Yeah,
bring him in,
that's what I
bro.
said to Rob.
Yeah.
Do something
Yeah,
with this.
and it's cool. Like the collab's always good to do.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
You know what I mean? Oh, that's what I love. I love collabing with people.
Big V, have you ever dislocated a shoulder doing weights?
No, I've done my shoulder.
But not doing weights.
Not doing weights. I don't actually know how I did it. I probably did it doing weights, but when you're pumped in the gym and your
Yeah,
adrenaline's
it'll be
going, you don't
protecting
actually
it.
know.
No, you don't.
I woke up the next day, and it was painful. I couldn't even.
Dislocated shoulders. are
Yeah,
bad,
I
man.
couldn't even
Yeah.
lift
Yeah.
a 1 kilo dumbbell up to here, and
No,
I had to
they're
go and get an ultrasound, and they said that I had a gap in there and a torn tendon,
Oh,
and the shoulder had come apart. They did a guided ultrasound with the cortisone,
yeah.
Yeah.
and it worked.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
It's a hit and miss with these
Yeah,
cortisones,
that's
and I
good.
was so lucky it took the pain away, but I couldn't lift it properly for a few weeks. But yeah, I don't know.
You know, that's what I
it's a
always say to people. I've
dislocated
had like
shoulder.
I've had injuries from soccer, and people always say, "Oh, what's good for this?" And I always say to people, "I'm like, man, what worked for me might not work for you."
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like someone might do something to my knee and I felt great, but it
Yeah.
just might not work for you.
Yeah.
You might go to a chiro and it makes you feel good. Another person might go and it doesn't feel good.
That's
It's-
right. Yeah.
It's your body, everyone's body.
You're saying this
and-
Kyro's
yeah.
awesome. He's real good.
and
you
no
go,
one knows their body like I was saying to Chris. I know
Yourself.
my body better than anyone.
That's right.
Yeah.
No one knows your body better than you. That's the
Everyone today hires these personal trainers and coaches. And when I started bodybuilding, there was no coaches, no personal trainers.
Nah, man.
And I always tell people, no one knows your body better than yourself.
No way.
So
You know your limits.
it's fine you want to pay this personal trainer or this coach to help you with your diet and everything, but you don't need them there to hold your hand
You know your limits.
year in, year out.
You know your limits.
You know, once he's
course.
given you the tools, show you how it's done, you know your
Of
body.
course, bro.
100%.
Only you can work it out the best.
But I know, like I say that we're talking about. I say like, I know when I go into a preseason now, I know what I need to do
Yeah.
because I know my body.
Why would you pay someone when you know your body better than that person you're going to pay?
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, getting back to me, like,
Yeah.
I think because like I've failed a few, and like
You did.
I
You
don't know,
got a bit disheartened. With
got
pizza.
disheartened a bit. So
That pizza, man.
I don't know if I'll take. I don't know. We'll see how we go. I'm not
I would have loved Vince to have
Because
done that Sanger, bro. That Sanger.
Oh, we did this massive.
It was
Sanger,
only on
man.
for a month. It was this big
It was
chicken sub,
Yeah,
and they were
got
bringing
this
it out.
big.
It was like the fucking Titanic, man. The guy was walking out with it. I was like, "What the
Where
fuck?"
was this?
It was at
Cooper's Our House.
yeah,
Oh,
on-
Cooper's. Yeah, I've done a few challenges.
But it was only there for a
They're
month.
only limited.
Yeah,
All
but
the
this-
challenges I've done are only there for a month.
Yeah,
It was huge.
it was like
bro.
this big, man.
This thing was massive, bro.
And he had chips and everything. And if I pushed
We'd have to
it,
bring
I
up the
could've
video.
finished
We'd
it,
have to
but,
show the video, and so
but,
it was huge, bro.
Like,
That's the thing about Cooper's. They only have them
they
for
do
a
it for a
month.
month, yeah.
see, the problem was like
Two there, yeah.
when I've been doing these challenges, I have not been training because I didn't know about
Until
the
now.
training until now. So I'm doing a challenge tomorrow,
That you
and
trained
that
for.
you've told me about the training. So I've done a bit of the water training. So I don't know, like maybe if it goes well tomorrow, we'll see.
See how it popped up? Chris thought, I'll just rock up to challenges.
Well, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
And I
We're
said
doing
to him,
That's what I thought.
no, when they're big challenges, I water train,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I do all this. It's a bit of preparation, and I've got to water train for 3 days
Yeah.
leading to it. It's not something I can just do
so-
all the time.
So the question I asked you then is the fact that Chris finished the big V challenge at Beefcakes without training, is that next level?
that's what I said. You actually finished it.
Yeah, he
I
finished
did.
it in
Yeah.
19
Yeah.
minutes.
I mean, I could probably do that one without water training.
Yeah.
And there's many that I can do. Like I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
anything up to 3 kilos, I don't need
Yeah.
to water train.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
yeah.
just do it
You
now
do it anyway.
because it's just habit.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said to Chris. The fact that you've done it without training means you can obviously
Well,
do
never.
it.
I didn't even know.
You can obviously eat a
Oh,
lot.
I can.
So when
Yeah.
I started, I didn't know about this water
yeah,
training.
yeah,
I didn't know for 2
yeah.
years.
Yeah, fuck.
2 years later, I've been doing all these. I smashed 3 kilo massive burger. It was called the Chainsaw Massacre, and I broke the record
Oh,
in Melbourne. No water training, and then these competitive eaters wanted to know who I was, and there was like 4 or 5 of them in Melbourne. I was just doing my own thing.
Yeah.
They had their little group.
They
and
have
I'd
their
go,
little click.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they got in contact with you, you're a machine, and then we had this little messenger chat, and one goes, "How much water are you getting down?"
You're like, what?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like,
yeah,
look, how much water are you getting down when you do the chug? You know,
yeah.
what's the chug, man?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking
They
about?
would have been
He
freaking
goes,
out.
Yeah, he goes, what? You don't drink water like to stretch your stomach? Why would I drink water to stretch
They
your
would have been
stomach?
freaking
You're
out.
a freak, man. You're eating all these challenges, no water training. What do you do? And I go,
I just rock
I
out.
go to the gym. I do a massive workout. Instead of my normal workout, I throw in a heap of supersets. So I'm like sweating like crazy.
Yeah.
And adrenaline and metabolism racing. I do some cardio. Then I don't eat my next meal because I normally eat every 3 hours. I
Yeah.
skip that meal and then I line up the challenge so as if it's lunchtime and I've skipped the meal. So I'm really hungry, you know. That's it. And I go,
They would
that's
have
it.
they would have been freaking
Yeah.
out, man.
He goes, man, you're going to start water training. You'll go to a whole new level. You're gonna be like a machine. You're already a machine. And I said, well, what is this water training? He told me, look up Randy Centel,
Yeah.
Yeah. He sends me the thing and everything. I'll look it up. What the hell is this? Drinking water to stretch your stomach? I didn't even think
No
of
idea,
water
yeah.
can stretch your
Yeah,
stomach.
yeah,
You could eat a lot. Yeah.
I eat a lot, man. I
Yeah.
miss one meal, do a gym workout, and I'm really starving.
Wow,
Fucking
wow.
hell.
Man, every 3 hours, I'm like, I know when it's 3 hours,
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, yeah.
My
Because your
body's
body's used to it.
used to
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So I miss one, I'm really like
Yeah.
hungry.
Ready to fucking go.
yeah,
Yeah.
ready to demolish that food. So then I incorporated this water challenge. I started doing it, and I was only getting down like 3 or 4. And it was scaring me, like doing it first, because I didn't know anything about it. Pushing water down fast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Teach your body to go in fast and all that. And then all of a sudden, like, I was full on that 3 kilo burger. Like, I ate it with ease, but then I was full after, you know. The 3 kilo challenge felt like I'd just eaten a kilo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nothing.
Because of the water.
Yeah, it was nothing.
Fuck
yeah,
me,
it was
man.
like,
It's so weird, isn't
wow.
It
So
does
it
work.
didn't make me any quicker.
Yeah.
It didn't make me...
Just made you feel better
It just
after.
made me feel better. I
Yeah.
had no discomfort whatsoever.
Yeah.
So today I'm in a restaurant and I always get it. And I always get the ladies behind the, the workers. Don't you feel sick? Don't you feel full? And I'm sitting there, no, I don't feel fine.
Yeah.
Were
I
you?
trained for it.
Yeah. Were you discomfort tonight?
No, I was fine. I was
after,
good.
yeah.
I started to feel full after driving.
Oh, mate. There's no way you couldn't feel full from those chips,
Yeah.
bro.
But I was all right while I was there. It takes a while for the brain to register.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Because it's going so quick.
So anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes, apparently your brain registers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when
So if you can do a challenge
you
in
got to
fucking
get
10
in as
minutes.
quick as
Yeah,
you can.
yeah,
And then it's going to start. Hit
Yeah.
the 20-minute mark and you're going to start.
Well, that happened to
feeling
me. Happened
That's
to
how
me
you
with
do
the
the
Big Mac
pizza.
meal.
Yeah,
and I
Big
got
Mac.
flavour fatigue with that one. But because it was the same flavour, the Big Mac
it.
sauce
I
killed
love
me.
it. I could just...
Nah, man. The Big
Well,
Mac
you
sauce
said you love
killed
it,
me.
You got the lettuce in
Oh,
there.
Yeah.
no.
Man, give me more. And
That
they're
cactus.
soft.
That
They're
cat.
soft.
Oh, that cat. I finished, 7 in 15 minutes, and then
You
the
did-
last 3.
But you've
took me
done some
forever.
other ones quick. What did you do? Didn't you do? You did the 5 Whoppers pretty.
Yeah, 5 Whoppers, though, is
But you
different.
smashed it.
210, what you are.
Yeah,
though.
that'd be fun.
So much harder than 10 Big Macs.
Oh, yeah, it would be.
It
Yeah,
really
5 Whoppers would
surprised
be.
me.
Yeah,
I
no,
did
it would be.
10, and compared to the Big Macs, it took me probably...
It's because of the way everything is on Hungry Jack's. You know, even Hungry Jack's,
Yeah.
their onion is cut different. It's
Yeah,
sliced, not diced. It would
It's
be.
bigger,
Yeah, it would
yeah.
be, bro. It'd
It's
be
sliced.
everything. Yeah,
That makes it hard.
100%
The
it would.
bread is more dense.
Yeah,
It
100%.
Beef is more...
Yeah,
beefy.
yeah.
It's a lot harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack's,
Well,
Yeah.
I tried my. Look, I'll give it. If someone challenges me, I'll give it a go. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I don't know. I don't know where it's going to take me if I'm going to get to any level like you are. But yeah,
Yeah, you're having fun with it.
I'm just having fun with it. Whatever
that's
happens.
it.
That's
Yeah.
But you know, as I said, I get attacked by the family.
Do you
when I do
wake
it.
up every 3 hours to eat?
No, I think it means during the day,
No, during
man.
the day. Sleep is the most important for recovery.
100%. People don't realize that either.
Yeah, so 7 a.m., 10 a.m.,
Yeah.
1 a.m., 4 p.m. The next one won't be 7 p.m. because I'm still in the gym. It's around sort of 7:30. I'll have a protein shake with carbs in it. Then 8:30, I'll eat another solid meal. Then 10, 11 p.m., I'll eat my last meal and then go to bed. And yes, you can go to bed on a full stomach. Don't listen to people that say, don't eat before you go to bed. If you're training hard and you just trained at
Yeah.
5:30 till 7:30, your body needs
Yeah.
carbs and
That's
fuel.
That's like us. We go to soccer training
Yeah.
and we train at night.
So
I'm not gonna come home and not eat.
No,
It's true.
that's
It's
right.
like,
It's
yeah.
okay to eat. It's okay to
course
eat
it
and go
is.
to bed. Wait 20 minutes and then go to
Yeah,
bed.
of course, it's fine.
You've just trained hard. For people that train in the morning, then it's a different story.
Yeah, that's
You bring your meals and everything forward.
yeah.
So no, I don't eat during the night. Although I do know I've heard bodybuilders that set the alarm to wake up to eat.
I think I remember. I think.
Oh, do they?
Well, I
Yeah.
think Ronnie Coleman said it
Ronnie-
when he was
did he?
training for Mr. Universe. He
He couldn't physically get the food.
so he had to wake up at 3
to
a.m.
wake
to
up
yeah
and get another meal.
yeah to get
shit.
because he was
Far
eating he
out.
was eating kilos of chicken
Yeah.
and shit, bro. It's like
He said it on his thing. He said, he goes, I thought I was eating a lot
yeah
of food. And then he hired a dietitian.
yeah.
And said, if you want to go to this next level,
You got to smash it.
yeah, not just with the drugs they take,
Yeah,
but
of course. Yeah.
the food was the most important. And he said, it wasn't the drugs. He said, because I took these drugs that I was
Yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to take then,
Yeah.
and I still didn't get the results until I upped the food.
Yeah.
They're talking like 10,000 calories, man. Like, you
Oh
know,
yeah. Yeah.
anywhere from
Big.
8 to 10,000 calories. And he said, I just couldn't get that amount of food in.
Yeah.
He goes, there was a lot of food.
I know, he's so funny, man. I
I had
love
to
him.
set the alarm, wake up, have a meal, go back to bed,
People don't realize that. Like
Jeez.
you're saying, like
just to get
you're
that
talking about
extra-
those other
get
foods.
that
Like,
amount of calories.
like you have like broccoli, like it fucking
You couldn't
bloats you.
fit-
Like you
you
eat
couldn't
broccoli with your
physically eat
chicken,
it, yeah.
it bloats you, bro.
He could not physically
Yeah.
get the food in every 3 hours. So
Yeah.
if I set the alarm, get one more meal in, I can get it in.
Yeah. I watch him at 3 a.m. I watch his documentary. He gets
Yeah.
up at 3 a.m. and he's eating. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
Really? Jeez.
And he'd sit there with his grits and
yeah, you see him,
egg
he's like,
white.
ugh.
And we thought he was like trying to savor it
Nah.
because like I'm a machine
He
and I'm
just
trying to
can't
save
get it
it.
in.
He just couldn't get it in.
Yeah.
He looked like he was playing with his food.
You see him, he looks sad.
He looks sad. I've got all his DVDs. It looks
Yeah,
like
nah,
he's
he's
sad.
cool,
He's
man.
scraping it
I-
around.
Poor
Like
bloke.
when your mum used to say, "Don't play with your food."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
eat it.
Oh,
Like,
right.
all the spoons.
I watched the new one with him.
He was just full
I watch his new documentary, man. I know,
from his last meal.
and I feel so sorry for him, man. Like the injuries now, like he's just this
Isn't
guy
the
that
last
was
one sad?
this guy that was
Yeah.
just an absolute freak of nature. You see him on a fucking walker, and you're like,
Yeah.
man,
Trying to pick
Yeah,
up his
so-
kids. And
yeah,
get
he's
down on
like,
his
man,
Jeez.
so bad.
13 operations, I think.
Yeah, like, he's got like
Oh,
rods
yeah.
in his back, and
Yeah.
it's like
And then they're taking the rods out because
Yeah.
it's causing more pain.
so sad, like seeing him.
Yeah.
Very sad. Quick question. I love Randy Santel. I love his videos. You met him. You did a food challenge with him. What's he like?
Great guy.
Great guy.
Yeah, great. Just as funny as you see on the
Yeah.
Is he?
humor.
Just
yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
I always say that to Chris. I say always when because we're all obviously
Easy.
all of us, we're all YouTubers now.
Yeah.
Like be yourself. Don't
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
make out you're someone else.
I've always told people that.
No, you got to.
from the
You got to.
long- Just be yourself and
Yeah.
people will love you for it.
Yeah, because that's what I want people to meet me, right? Whatever, and
This
say,
social media,
KP's the
mate,
same guy that was
so-
on there. Yeah.
This social media, so many people are fake.
It's bullshit. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
And I meet people in the fitness industry and they're nothing like,
Like they portray.
they portray,
Yeah.
and some of them don't even, especially the women, don't even look like what they post.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
So there's that other side of it as well. Just be yourself. People
Yeah,
love you
he's-
for it. People are going to eventually meet you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they love you for you. Yeah,
And they'll love you for you.
He
You're
seems
just
like
you.
a good bloke.
And that's how Randy is. And
Yeah.
I've been talking to Randy through messages for many years. And I missed him the first time he come to Australia. And I'd just gotten into the food challenge scene. So I wasn't very well known. And then I just got well known and he'd just gone back. So then he come back next time and we were always in contact. And I did his food challenges. He has a Subway food challenge, and he gives you a T-shirt
Yeah.
if you can do it and beat his time. So I did them all, beat his time. He sent me the T-shirts.
What a legend.
Yeah. So, and we used to chat, and then he'd message me saying, when he was coming to Australia, like, is there any other challenges that you know of that I can do? And we just talk.
Yeah.
And then
That's
he said,
cool.
when he comes, he goes, let's do something. Let's catch up finally. Yeah. And so when I met him, he was just like he always
That's a
talks to
killer.
me.
That's good.
Yeah. And he put it on his video and said, we've known each other for a long time now. And he goes, and finally we're doing a challenge
Yeah.
together.
That's awesome,
It's
man.
so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that one. It was it's really cool.
So is
so
he?
cool.
Who's your favorite competitive food eater? Him, Randy Santel, or is it?
No. So I love, and I'm going to say I'm friends with her, even though I've never met her, Molly Schuyler.
Yeah. Okay.
Which one's
so-
that one?
She is
She the
a
blonde-
machine, man.
Is she better than Katina E?
Oh,
Puts her to bed. Puts
yeah.
her to
Molly.
So she just crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
Molly's from the States.
Yeah.
right.
Got into competitive eating. There's a little bit of
Oh.
I'll send it to you
Is
later.
it the one that eats the hot dogs really fast?
Oh, she can eat anything. So she ate this massive steak in minutes, and she just works in a little diner or whatever, lives normally, and does
Yeah.
the food challenges for YouTube.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
she doesn't compete for that league or whatever because they're not allowed to do YouTube and all that sort of stuff if they compete in that
Okay.
the
Yeah,
big
fair
hot
enough.
dog thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that's why she doesn't do it because she makes her money off YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she had 2 or 3 kids, couldn't make, in America it's hard. They work
Yeah.
off
Yeah,
tips
of
or
course.
whatever.
Yeah.
So then there was this thing for $1,000 to eat this steak, and she goes, I can smash that. And she went there and smashed it in minutes.
Fuck.
Got this
A steak.
$1,000
A
check.
steak.
Far out.
Shit.
Got this $1,000 check, and then found out that there's money in it. Like in
Yeah.
America there is.
America,
Of course there
the
is.
challenges in America.
It's next. They're on every corner.
If you can beat the record, they'll give you like $1,000
Yeah, they
or
love it.
$500.
Yeah, they love it.
Over here, we're
Because
lucky.
you're like a hero over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight, $100. Very rare to hear
Oh yeah,
that.
100%.
When he said when he goes to me, the rules are, I'm going to give $100 and I'll get $150 because of the new record.
Yeah, new record.
Very rare you hear that. But in
Yeah.
America, $500 is common.
Oh, yeah.
$1,000 is common.
Yeah.
So she started doing it, and then it just went from there.
Yeah.
And then you look her up. She's
Oh, I have to look her up.
fastest and capacity. There is no one.
And she's small, eh?
Oh, Beard, all them. They won't even come near her.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. She is.
So she's
next-
number 1 in the world?
Yeah.
Like in-
For a female, yes.
For a female.
Yeah.
Joey Chestnut's got number 1, hasn't he?
Joey for the
I was,
men.
Yeah.
I was saying that like.
Can I go to the bathroom quick?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Do you drink much?
It's from all the
That's
water.
you guys, I think.
What drink? Like what?
So wait-
Alcohol?
I'm thinking it's Uzo or something.
Nah, but
Nah,
we don't. We
We
don't.
don't. Oh, I used to drink a lot back in the day.
Well,
but
back when you were a wild child.
I was a wild child.
Look at Akeem. You can just see him. He's been in the podcast, just sitting next to Vince the whole night.
Has he?
Yeah, but it's like just. He's just something about water.
Probably gonna finish up now.
Yeah, we're gonna finish up soon anyway. Once Vince comes
If
back.
you got any, if anyone's still there, if you want
If
to
you got
ask
any questions, put them through. We'll ask Vince before we
go,
before we go.
and then that's it, guys. It's been a great night.
It's good, man, having Vince on.
Yeah, it's flowed really well. Oh, I've got to get ready for this challenge, man. I'm a bit nervous. I'll tell you what, I'm a bit nervous.
So, what do you want to tell?
So tomorrow we'll be at the at Cheesy Charlie's.
Yep.
On Indoor Park.
Yeah.
We're doing a Philly cheesesteak challenge. So it's about maybe 2 foot longs.
Like
long?
Subway footlongs.
Yeah, with the chili steak cheese, and then you got the chips. So
no, it won't be a live stream.
No, it won't be a live
That's
stream.
I don't think it's gonna be like.
It'll be yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna be doing it.
Yeah, but Chris is gonna do it as well.
Basically, yeah. I mean, you know how you said before, what am I gonna do with my food challenges? I'm probably gonna you know how you're really fast. Like I'll be like maybe more like a Randy Santel. Just I'll get before the time. You know what I mean? How he does it.
You know what one I'll ask you?
Randy was a lot faster in his earlier days.
He was,
and he'll be the first to tell it on his things. He'll say, like in I think my video, I think he said, "I'm not the stallion that I used to be."
Yeah.
And that's just what happens with competitive eating.
Of course,
yeah.
man.
And he was a lot faster. And I remember watching him because I looked up to guys like that when I first started doing it. He was at his peak.
Yeah, of course.
When I started 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And he was a lot faster. And I'd seen him slow down, but he's having fun with it. He's making a lot of money out of it, obviously.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
big
with the
time.
YouTube. Yeah.
It's a life. It's a job for him now.
Yeah.
He at the end he signs. It's crazy. The people line up.
No, they love him, bro.
And he's making money off the autographs.
Yeah,
He sells merch.
Yeah.
He's making a lot of money out of it.
Yeah.
So it's become a full on
It's his life.
lifestyle. Yeah. So he doesn't need to be fast
No.
anymore. And what he's done. He's turned it into more entertainment.
Yeah, of course.
If you watch his videos,
Because he probably knows he's slowing
he
down.
knows he's slowing down. So in our video, he said to me before we started, he goes, "V, you gonna go for it?" He said this before the camera rolled.
Yeah.
And I go, "Yeah, of course we're gonna go for it." He goes, "Right, I'll just check it." And he goes, "I'll give it my best shot." And I go,
Yeah.
"You do you, and you'll be right."
Yeah,
You've already made it, mate.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
already
do it,
good.
yeah.
You've showed your day.
Have you
And so
ever?
I smashed it. And as we're doing it, he makes little jokes through it
Yeah.
because he can, because he's not
He's
shoving it in.
He's an icon now. He can do what he wants.
But it actually makes his videos really entertaining, and people actually love that side of it.
Yeah. He's awesome.
So, have you ever? Before we go, have you ever done a challenge like I remember? Like I think Beard was doing one where you go into a place and they've got a record of like how many slices of pizza or something you can.
Yeah,
eat.
so
Has there been ones like that here in
I've
Australia?
done the wings. How many wings? So in Geelong, they got the deck.
And it's just it just counts 1, 2, 3.
It might be Wednesday wing night or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Who can eat the most wings gets like it for free or whatever.
Yeah.
I went in and ate. It was a crazy amount what I ate, and it's still like no one will ever come near it. I don't think. Can I quickly look it up?
Wings, yeah, of course.
Yeah, go for it, man.
So it was wings.
Yeah. They always advertise me, and it's cool because I'm there flexing with all these wings,
That's wild.
and they couldn't believe that I ate them all.
That's wicked.
Do you think that you're gonna get to that Randy Santel like how he is now and just do challenges like that where you're not like trying to like just destroy it but just have fun with it? Is that where you're gonna go, or you're gonna
No,
go?
because I'm more like my bodybuilding. I only
It's a
compete
challenge.
to challenge myself.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm challenging myself every time I do it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it to be better
You're a
than
competitive
anyone else.
person.
Yeah.
I'm a competitive person.
Yeah.
I'm not there to joke around.
So you'll be in business when you're there, man.
You know-
and I'm
you
just
know-
being me. So if I'm being funny or whatever, that's just me. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to entertain. Whereas Randy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
His angle.
Yeah.
But I'm there for the
But
competitive.
you know in your head you're a competitive
yeah,
person.
if I'm
You're
slowing right down,
Yeah.
it's not for me anymore.
Nah.
Yeah. And Randy won't do big challenges he knows he can't handle anymore.
Anymore,
I'll
yeah.
take on stuff.
Because you still can do it, you think.
Yeah. I know it's on the brink, like the third wave one. I knew the time limit. You know, it's a 2-man challenge.
Anyone would
Yeah.
struggle with that, man.
Yeah.
Like even the best competitive eaters
I was
would-
taking a risk.
Yeah.
But I was willing to take that risk because if I don't do it, I don't want to be smashing challenges all the time and people think, I want to try and spin people out.
Yeah.
Even though I failed it,
course.
that spun people
Oh,
out.
Spun me
100%.
out.
Yeah. It's like, wow, this guy, 2-man challenge,
Yeah.
is so close.
It was very
To me,
close.
that's as good as a win for
Mhm.
people.
Yeah.
100%.
The previous record when I went and did this in 2020 was 106 wings. You've got a time limit of 45 minutes. So you can't eat longer than 45 minutes. So you go in there, it's wings Wednesday.
Yeah.
They must kick you out or whatever.
Yeah,
'cause
whatever.
You've been in there too long.
Yeah.
Prizes: beat the current record and you will eat for free, plus receive a cool deck T-shirt, bragging rights. Your photo record also
So
goes up.
the record was 106.
The record was
Here we go.
106.
I gotta
They
hear
said
this.
some guy come in and did 106. We couldn't believe it. You know,
Yeah.
I was blown away by it. I went in and did 200 wings in 42.55. I stopped at 42. I stopped at 200 wings.
So
I just thought it was a
200
cool number.
In 40, that's like,
I had 45 minutes, but I stopped at 200 wings exactly. So I got him to bring 200 wings out in front of me.
Jeez.
I said, bring
Far out.
200 out. They said, what? And I go, bring 200 out. So I want a photo
That's like
with it.
three-
It's all in front of me.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
want to video it all in front of
that's
me.
ridiculous.
I don't want you to bring them out and
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
oh,
I
here's
just
another
want-
bowl.
I just
of...
want them.
Yeah, I want them in front so I can see them
Fucking 200 wings.
and see the
bro.
wings getting eaten in the video.
That's crazy, man.
Even though it's harder because they get cold.
They get cold, yeah.
If they brought them out one bowl at a time,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
they'll go down easier. But
Yeah.
I didn't care. I
You
just,
just
wanted,
wanted that.
I wanted a cool video.
Yeah, 100%.
And I was willing to sacrifice, 10 minutes
10
slower
minutes
if they're
slower.
cold.
Yeah, fair
Towards
enough.
the end. And I
200
did 200 wings in 42.55. So they keep using this picture on their page
Yeah,
because they're like,
no one's going
this
to beat it.
beast did it.
Yeah.
Have you got what it takes?
Well, fuck, who's going to do that?
Yeah, so
not
that's-
many people can do it.
That's that type of thing. What you mean?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Because I watched one where I think he went into Gordon, because it's English, obviously. He went to Gordon Ramsay and he had a thing of how many slices, and there was no time, it was just how many slices could you eat. And they just kept bringing out a pizza and 8 slices per pizza, and he would eat one that was 8, and then he'd eat another one that was 16.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
he got fucking, he went to like,
Well, I did the pancake one here last year.
Yeah,
the,
okay.
The pancake place. So
Yeah,
I set
yeah.
up a challenge.
the one
for
in the
it.
city,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I set up.
pancake.
It's as
kitchen.
many pancakes as you can eat
Yeah.
in 30 minutes or something, and I ate
Fuck.
some crazy amount.
Bro,
but
pancakes, man.
they're really thick pancakes
Yeah,
in there.
fuck
Have
that.
you ever been there?
Pancake Kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
I've
been, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. They're very fluffy
Oh,
and
yeah,
big.
man, they are.
So, would you be in like the top 10 eaters in Australia right now? You would be. You'd be in the top 10, wouldn't you?
Oh, top
Top-
2.
Top 2.
Top 2.
Yeah, there's
There you go.
only one person better.
Yeah.
And
And they do it for a living.
they do
so-
it for a living.
Yeah.
Um,
So
the top
this
two-
is we got the
the
top two.
closest to me is my friend Sven.
Sven, yeah,
Too
yeah.
Crazy Eats a
Yeah.
lot.
He's what? He'd be 3rd?
He'd be third, yeah.
He can
What
eat.
about the guy that Chris met? Is he from what? Frank?
Guy?
Is it Frank?
Frank the
Tank?
Tank.
Oh no, he wouldn't even be in the top 10.
So he just does it for like.
Just does it for fun, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think he doesn't really do. I haven't seen him do.
Oh, no,
challenge.
oh, no.
He does more like reviews, doesn't he?
Yeah, more review stuff.
Reviews,
Yeah.
He
yeah.
does the odd challenge,
Yeah,
only
yeah.
if it's small.
Yeah.
So I ate 44 pancakes, sorry to cut you off, in
44.
30 minutes.
You're next level, bro.
44
That's
pancakes.
ridiculous.
We did a pancake challenge here in this very room.
Dude, we did a pancake
Oh,
challenge
bad.
in this room, Vince. And after like, I think it was, I felt like I was eating concrete.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't do it right. We didn't
These
cook it right.
aren't normal. These,
Yeah, but he's
have you
saying
seen
them.
their
He's saying they're
pancakes?
thick, dude.
If
Yeah,
you've seen
they are.
Pancake Kitchen,
They
they're
are,
like
thick.
thick. And all I got was water and syrup.
Oh,
And the
fuck.
syrup
Yeah.
was like, you talk flavour fatigue. That syrup,
Jeez.
I don't know what it's like straight sugar by the end of the taste.
I hate
But I
flavor
just kept,
too.
I remember going,
my,
and 30 minutes wasn't there yet, the clock, because you got 30 minutes.
yeah.
And I'll go, yeah, we'll stop it at 40. And then there was still a few more minutes. I go, you got a few more there?
Oh,
I
shit.
get a few more in. She brings out
Jeez.
another 4, I think, another 6. And I got 4 in
The
the.
pancake
Wow.
kitchen, I reckon the pancake kitchen in Ballarat's better. Like the actual flavor, that it tastes better.
Yeah, they're in a really terrible spot.
Yeah, that
in the
one's
city.
shit.
Yeah.
It's been there for
Oh
years.
yeah,
though.
in the back
It's
street
been
there.
there for
Yeah.
years.
I didn't even
But the
know.
one in Ballarat is actually better. That tastes better. I've been to the one in Ballarat with Jess, like when we've travelled.
Yeah.
And it's
It's all the same pancake kitchen.
Yeah, I don't think so. The one in Ballarat's called the original and I think it's like.
That's called the original pancake
Yeah,
kitchen.
but I don't think this one it tastes as good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as good.
Yeah, so ranking as professional eaters.
Yeah.
You want to go down that path, don't you?
No, I don't want to go down the path.
Because I can talk better on it.
It's up to you.
So I was ranked as a professional eater, and I was ranked number 3, and then I was ready to be ranked number 2, and me and Sven were, I think we were, so Sven's number 2.
2 now,
pro
yeah.
eater, and I was number 3. Sven's been doing it a bit longer than me, but the rankings get done not every year. Sometimes they decide every year, sometimes every second year. The Australian professional eatings run terribly. I don't care. I'll say it. I'll be the first to say it. Everyone thinks it, but they don't say it. And it's not run properly like overseas. And we have very limited like competitive challenges.
Yeah.
I've done so many lining up comps
That you've
won
just
money,
made up, yeah.
but they're not sanctioned. They call it sanctioned.
Oh, right.
Competitiveeating.com.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
So we had the Luna Park hot dog. That's been taken away. That was our biggest one. We had Dandy Donuts. We had the sizzling snag throwdown. There was all these ones. Now I think
I had Dan's Donuts when I was in Melbourne. Is that one?
no, it was
Oh.
Dandenong Donuts.
Dandenong.
They had a
Dandenong
burger one
Donuts.
as well. They're all been gone. They've all come and gone, and we've hardly got anything left. There's a couple in Brisbane, and the ranking goes off those.
Off those ones?
Yeah, so we tried mentioning it to the promoter, why don't we use challenges? Because these are starting to die out, these comps, you know? There's not many of them left.
Yeah.
The ranking goes off that. And sometimes we can't make it because
of course.
it's at a certain time of the year or it's in another state, and we've got to pay. We don't get our flights and accommodation paid for.
No way.
We're all out of our own pocket, and we're pro eaters.
Yeah,
no one
100%.
gets looked after. And then you got to fly to Brisbane or Queensland or Sydney for the chance that you already know you're not going to win it because the top guy's a machine. There's no doubt about it. So you're going there to maybe try and get second place. First always gets like $1,000 or $500. Let's say it's $500. Second might be only $200. It could be $100. Doesn't even cover your flights and accommodation.
No.
So it puts you off going to places.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't fly to places.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get my ranking up, because I could only do Melbourne comps because it's going to cost me too much.
Yeah, well, it's
fair
expensive,
enough.
bro,
I don't spend money with this. Like I eat for free, guys.
Yeah.
For free. Is what costs me is my time and my petrol money to get there.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm happy to do that. Because I have fun with it and everything.
Yeah.
But if it's going to start costing me to fly places,
fuck that.
it's not worth it. Anyway, so it come to the time that they were going to redo the rankings, and everyone realised that I was just not blowing, however the word is,
Blowing up someone's ass.
Yeah, but I was an up and coming. I was a machine. It was clear that I was
doing good.
100%.
Yeah, so I was in the running for number 1, but then our number 1 come along out of nowhere, and he's a machine, and he deserved one. So there was no way I was going to get one.
So am I allowed to ask who number 1 is?
Jay Webby is number 1. He's from Sydney,
Yeah.
and he's just a freak.
He's a freak.
A complete freak.
Yeah.
And he come out of nowhere. No one had seen this guy coming. He just come out of nowhere and did some challenge out in the outback somewhere, this big burger that no one's gone and done it because it's out in the middle of nowhere. But it must have been on a trip or something. He did it and he smashed it. And then everyone's going, who's this guy? Who's this guy? And our promoter, the head guy, got a hold of him and said, do you want to come into competing?
Yeah.
And then he just went ballistic from there. And he really boomed because COVID hit.
Yeah.
So he come in just before COVID.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit. And he set up a TikTok and he did like home stuff.
Yeah.
His TikTok just
exploded. Yeah.
And then he just went viral, this guy. And now he flies around the world and goes everywhere.
Yeah, of course.
Makes a living out of it. And he's a machine. No one can come near him in Australia.
I'll tell you, if it means anything, man, I know who the big V is. I have no idea who is.
So anyway, cut a long story short, he was number 1. So then they were going to rank me as number 2.
Yeah.
And Sven was going to go down to number 3. And he was happy with that because Sven said, you deserve me. And I don't care about rankings or any of that. I didn't really
Yeah.
I said, no, man, I don't even care, man, if I stay at 3. It doesn't bother me.
Whatever.
I never asked to be ranked. I never even wanted to be in this.
Yeah.
They just asked me if I wanted to do some comps, and I thought it was fun. But I didn't want to be ranked or anything, but it come with it. You had to be ranked.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was ready to go number 2, and then I did this burger in Brisbane, and it was my own thing. It wasn't a challenge. So when there's a challenge has rules, as you know.
Yeah.
And you can't leave to go to the toilet, or some rules are you can't even stand up.
Yeah.
Some rules are, I don't know, you only can drink
600
600ml bottle of water, whatever.
So I've seen like when Beard talks about that, and I didn't realize it was such a thing. Like it must be. It's like, oh, you're not allowed to get up. You're not allowed to.
Some of them you can't even get up off the seat.
Yeah.
You know, because some people.
If you stand up, it's done.
It's easier to stand.
Yeah.
Apparently, the food goes down. I actually like sitting down.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you can stand, apparently it's better.
Yeah.
Down. So a lot of the pro eaters like to stand up if they can. But then there'll be some rules where you have to stay seated.
Yeah.
Whatever the rules are the rules. There's
That's
no
correct.
one in Brisbane and it's no drinking.
Yeah.
It sucks, but that's the rules.
So if you choose to do it,
So
it's the rule. That's right.
You're taking the risk, and you could
Yeah,
choke on the chips as well. But anyway, I did this thing, and I did it as Australia's biggest burger. I just put it on my post as Australia's biggest burger because it was.
At the time, yeah.
It was bigger than the one I'd done at Burgle. I went another 2 patties.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But I didn't go, I don't think I went double cheese. Anyway, I can't remember. But it was more patties.
Yeah.
Right.
So I called it Australia's biggest burger. And it had beef, cheese, bacon. It was in a venue. People were in there, but it was my thing. I created it.
It was you, yeah.
I dropped it down like normal, ate it, gave myself, hopefully I can get it done in under an hour or whatever. I ate the thing. As I was eating it, it was at Z Pickle in Brisbane. And there was bits of bacon that had that gristle and that.
Yeah.
Oh.
If it was a challenge, you've got to suck it up and swallow that gristle down. You know?
Yeah.
But it was just your thing. You
Just my thing. So I was just putting these bits of gristle. I had napkins there, and there was like a dirty napkin I must have wiped in my mouth or whatever. I was just chucking them in there. Little bits of gristle, right?
Yeah.
By towards the halfway, the end, whatever it was, there might have been a little tiny, not even a fistful. And the guy was coming around and the girl, and they were bringing me drinks and, do you want another Coke Zero bottles? Yeah?
Yeah.
I go, yeah, bring us another Coke Zero. And I remember him going, do you want me to take that shit? That rubbish? Or whatever he said, shit, rubbish, whatever
Like,
he said.
take it.
Yeah, and he grabbed it and took it away. I didn't think anything of it. It's my own thing. I don't know. Anyway, our number one, I don't know why. I don't know him. I met him once. I've got nothing against him. Goes into the same restaurant, like he's done at so many places, and said, I'm here to beat Big V's that burger.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he went a patty
So
higher.
does he actually? He's done this before for other challenges that you've done.
Oh, plenty with me. Plenty. I've had the restaurant owner. He doesn't realise that I've got.
What you were saying before was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't realise that I have friendships with these people.
Yeah, of course,
I
'cause
go
you're a
there
nice
and
guy.
become friends.
Yeah, of
Yeah. I
course.
don't walk in and walk out.
Yeah.
He's from Sydney. He doesn't know these
Yeah,
Melbourne people. He
course.
walks in, does a challenge, and
100%.
leaves. They never see him again.
Yeah.
I've actually been friends with these people for a long time. I was getting phone calls
So they're telling you.
saying, "Who's this guy?"
Yeah.
Saying he wants to smash Big V's record. I said, "What?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Why? He doesn't even know me. I don't know him. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Have fun with it, man. Like,
Yeah.
What's going on here? I didn't get it.
Should really be mates.
Yeah, we should be actually.
Yeah,
friends.
yeah. Because you're the
We should
two
be
top
supporting each
competitive
other,
eaters,
having
yeah,
fun.
in the country. You should actually.
He should be
friends.
messaging me saying, "Let's do a collab
Yeah,
together.
you should
let's,
actually be
100%.
mates.
let's do a
Yeah,
team
you should
challenge,
actually be
man."
mates.
That's what
Yeah.
should. Yeah. Imagine.
I'd love it.
Imagine
100%.
the how big it would
You
be.
should
Yeah,
actually
it
be.
would be
I'm saying
massive.
it.
It
So
would
man,
be
you should
huge.
actually be mates.
The two
So,
biggest eaters.
Yeah, 100%.
Because in his
100%.
early days, I beat a lot of his challenges that he did.
Yeah,
so we were
okay.
the two. He's a lot better now. He got
Yeah.
better, but how good would it be to have the two?
Oh, it'd be like a super
Fastest-
show.
Nah, that's
There's
what I'm saying.
no one with capacity like him and me.
No, you should be mates.
It'd be
No
like
one- yeah.
Stone Cold and The Rock. You know,
Yeah.
when they went into
You
the
should
ring.
be mates. I'm saying it. That's
So,
right.
you know, I'm here. I'm not saying anything bad about him.
No.
Just that I just thought it was childish. So
Yeah.
anyway, the head of the competative.com, this is how it all come about. I didn't even know this happened. I didn't know you went in.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you
I
didn't,
started
'cause-
dieting for a bodybuilding comp.
Yeah.
That was months ago. Like I did that, let's say I'm here now, April. It would have been late April, early May.
Yeah.
I start my bodybuilding prep that year in June, start of June. I reckon it was about September. I was shredded, like feeling like death on low carb.
Yeah.
Probably 4 to 6 weeks out from the comp. Zombie mode.
Yeah.
Blocked out from the world.
Yeah.
Don't want to know anything. You know, just focus on the comp. Doing what I do. And the ranking or whatever, he messages me and says, "Oh, we got a problem here, you know, about the ranking and that, and we got a problem." And I was like, forgot about it. You know, I even forgot about the ranking or whatever. And he said, "Oh, Z Pickle, you know, getting told you're a cheater." I said, "What? Cheater?
Cheater of what?
Cheater of what? What are we talking about?" I didn't even know what he was talking about. You did this big burger at Z Pickle and you took the bacon and didn't
the
eat
gristle.
bacon. I said, "Are you effing for real? First of all, I don't need this shit 4 or 6 weeks out from a bodybuilding show. I couldn't give a damn about that back then. Secondly, it's not even a challenge. It was my thing just to do a bit of social media and to spin people out.
Yeah.
There was a crowd in there watching. There was no cheating, nothing to hide.
There's no challenge.
And then I realised I said the gristle in the thing, and I said he took it away. Because it wasn't a challenge.
Yeah.
You know, and he said, "Do you want me to take this away?" Well, I wasn't going to eat it anyway. Because I didn't need to. It wasn't a challenge. It was just, I didn't want to eat it.
It was your own thing, but
choke on
it was your own thing.
my own thing.
That's stupid.
Then I realised that he's gone in there and done this.
So you didn't even know.
Because I got in contact with the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy the owner.
I said, "What's going on? How's this all coming about?" Even the promoter didn't tell me. He lied to me that he was with him. When he went with him in to do this burger.
Yeah.
So I go, so he was with him when they come in. He said, he come in and said he wanted to beat your record and to do the same burger. And of course they jumped at it because he had a huge following.
Yeah, of course.
And it's good for Z Pickle.
Yeah, of course.
No worries, they did it. And
Well,
I
they
go,
didn't know,
and how's this bacon coming over? The promoter tells me, "You threw me under the bus." That was his words. "You threw me under the bus and said I cheated." Okay, how's it cheating? He goes, "No, man, slow down. I never said you're cheating."
Yeah.
We were talking about it, and they were saying, I was saying how much of a machine you were, and they said, "God, how do you finish it like that?" Da-da. And I just in conversation said, everything except a bit of gristle.
Yeah.
And they go, "What do you mean gristle?" And then he said, "Oh, there was a bit there and I took it away." So they've just put me on the cheater.
Oh.
Yeah, man. So I've gone to him. You know, like I said, I can't remember. I was 4 or 6 weeks out of the comp. I said, "I don't need this shit."
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, and I was in that bodybuilding mode.
Angry.
I couldn't give a damn about anything else. I said, "Take me off the page," because there was like a personal page. Take me off the ranking. Forget about putting me to second. Forget about everything.
Whatever.
I don't want a thing to do with this childish shit.
Yeah.
I said, "There's hardly any comps anymore anyway.
Yeah.
You never use challenges," which what I was going at.
That's what they should do.
They should use challenges.
Yeah.
100%.
Break a record at a challenge and you get 3 points or something.
Yeah.
There's a point system.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the year, add the points and you'll know who's better.
100%.
Otherwise, you're just guessing who's better. There's no votes. There's no nothing. You're just saying, "Oh, Big V's better than him."
Yeah,
or
of course.
He's better than him.
100%.
No, do it off challenges because we all do the challenges.
Yeah.
When they pop up, every eater goes for them because there's not many around.
Correct.
They're not around every day. So I said, "Do a point system." "Oh, no, challenges nothing to do with me."
Oh.
So
okay.
coming back,
Yeah. Okay.
this is back
But
then.
I'm a treat.
Yes. Exactly.
My oldest.
So when we spoke about that, when I said the point system was much earlier, when he
Yeah.
said this to me, I said to him, "You were there. You didn't tell me.
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
there. Didn't you tell me that you have no control over the challenges and what we do? The point system can't go off challenges because it's nothing to do with you. What us boys do out in our is nothing to do with you."
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're with him
Yeah.
at this made-up challenge
That you made up.
that I made up,
Yeah.
and you're getting him to make again, which is pretty sad. Make up your own.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Make up your own challenge. And you're there with him.
So in other
all
words,
of a sudden, you're the head promoter and you're with him.
Long story short,
Yeah.
the head promoter has got his head up Jay Webby's ass because Jay Webby's popular.
100%. Thank you very much. Exactly what happened.
There you go.
Exactly what happened.
I'll put in words because I don't know who either of them are.
There you go. There you go.
KP said it right here, guys.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who either of them are. So it doesn't
Exactly.
matter.
There you
And
go.
that's what it sounds like to
And
me.
all the eaters seen it. And sadly, Again, he's a machine.
Yeah, I'm
And
not taking anything
he
away
was
from him.
going to all the comps everywhere. This guy flies around everywhere, and he was going
Yeah,
and he was winning them all.
Yeah, good
And
on
it was
him.
also putting off the other eaters from even worrying about flying anymore. So it was really dying
Yeah,
because the other eaters weren't going to fly to Melbourne or Sydney if they're from Brisbane.
yeah.
On the chance of getting second or third.
So
yeah.
what?
So
Where?
I thought it killed it. So he needed a system
Yeah.
where he could actually talk to us and say,
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm saying should all be mates.
hey, we're all mates here. Hey, Webby, give that one, it's in Brisbane, and those two eaters live in Brisbane. Skip this one out
Yeah,
and let them have a shot at it.
yeah.
And then, so everyone could have a shot at, they might not win it, they might come second. But they're not going to go there if they automatically think they're going to lose.
He wanted to be the emperor.
Yeah,
from
he
Star
wanted
Wars
to
and
win
just
every
run
single one.
everything.
And he did win every single
He
one.
did, yeah.
And he's, like I
So
said,
where is he like in the rankings of the world eaters?
I think it's 4.
he's like
Oh,
right
really?
up there now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a machine. Like,
Yeah.
he's made this his life.
Yeah,
And good on him.
yeah.
That's what you choose to do. But back then at the time, this was before he was flying all around the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
It was like he was just going everywhere in Australia, like
Yeah.
flying down to Melbourne, going around to all the challenges, which I'd never fly to Sydney and go around and
Yeah,
not that,
No.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
come here because I got family
You got
here.
family,
and I love
yeah.
Adelaide.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
There's challenges here, so why not have fun with it?
yeah.
Brisbane, I got family. That's why I Brisbane, Adelaide. You don't see me flying to Perth,
Yeah.
or flying to
Go to where
Darwin, or
you got family. Yeah, yeah. Fair enough.
I don't. But anyway, you want to do that. You want to fly around and do that. But so that happened with that, and then I just said, stick your whole thing.
Yeah.
Shove it up, yeah.
Shove it up your ass.
Yeah.
I'll just keep doing my own thing like I did in the beginning.
Yeah,
And
and
back
that's
to fun. Because it's not fun anymore
No.
anyway, because we're not friends.
No.
Where we
Mate,
should be.
When politics comes into anything, it's not fun.
Me and Sven, we're like that.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have a laugh.
Yeah. I've seen him on,
He's
your,
good, is
on
he?
the video.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just messaged me now. There's a new 2-man challenge.
Yeah.
That fat
Is
chef
he-
just
he-
come
is
out.
he
You want to
from
do it?
Victoria?
He's from Melbourne.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Melbourne, yeah.
Yeah. He's
Cool.
a wrestler too.
Oh,
He's a
killer.
wrestler. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I got that in common with him.
He's a gentleman. He's a
Yeah.
gentleman. And, he just wants to be friends with everyone.
Yeah,
That's good.
That's
what
what you want,
That's what you
man.
should be.
There's no
That's-
jealousy.
Well, the first thing when you were
no-
telling this story, the first thing I said, like I said, I don't know him.
Yeah,
I've said you should all be mates.
that's right.
Like,
And that's how it should have been.
I don't get. I've
Yeah.
never.
We could have been, and we could have had a lot of fun.
The thing is, me and Chris have seen that. Like, I don't understand, like, YouTubers, or let's say, influencers. I don't understand the animosity between them. Like, me and Chris have said, it's like, why should be friends?
Yeah.
Why,
Yeah, yeah.
is there like like, why do you hate each other? Like,
Oh.
you don't even like. We've had comments from people
It's-
like that. Don't even know us.
Is
Yeah.
the
Like, it's-
I don't even know him.
yeah,
And-
exactly. So
And now I don't want to know him,
yeah,
but
exactly.
he's got a massive following, obviously because he boomed from his
Yeah, of
eating,
course.
and it was really awful at the time. I was getting messages then on my food challenge when I finished
Calling
my
you a
body.
cheat and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, happens.
Yeah, but aren't you a cheater, Big V?
Yeah,
Like
fuck off.
you cheated back. I was getting his followers all of a sudden jumping on my posts and calling me a cheater and that.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it was really hurtful.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
a
yeah.
shit.
It was really shit, man. Like,
Well, you know what's good now though? Like you're just doing your own thing and you're happy.
yeah.
That's all that matters.
And
now,
I would
man.
just write, you don't know the full story, but then I just ended up ignoring them.
Yeah, that's what you
because
got to do,
You
man.
got it.
I got it for a couple of months. And
Yeah, yeah.
No, me and Chris, you know,
they were his followers.
when
Yeah, yeah.
we were doing the food ones, like,
Because he did set put up a thing. I didn't know. He put
Yeah.
up a thing saying I'm a cheater and everything. on his
yeah,
social
what a
media.
dog. That's dog.
It was real
That's
dog
dog.
act.
Yeah,
That's a
that
dog
that
act.
is.
That's how I got all these people hating
Why
on
don't,
me.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's a
understand
dog
why
act.
people don't just come to the source, speak to me direct,
Yeah.
and let's work
I'll
it
tell
out.
you what happened.
Hey,
It wasn't
yeah.
a challenge at all.
When me and Chris were doing more food reviews, we just used to do reviews, obviously. Mate, we copped hate for saying that the Hungry Jack's chicken was better than KFC.
Oh,
People went off at us.
Yeah,
Vince.
it was.
They went off at us. They were like, "You're on
True.
fucking Hungry Jack's payroll," and I was like,
oh,
"Mate, I'm allowed to like fucking chicken where I like it from, mate.
Yeah,
Fuck off."
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, but that's
Anyway.
what people are like. You get a
Well, with mine, like it was just common sense anyway. And even these people at the time that were, it went on for a couple of months. I got a few because he was putting up stuff, and I
yeah,
didn't
that's
know.
a dog.
I
That's,
didn't know he was putting up until some of the other.
Oh,
eaters
really?
told
that's
me
a
about
dog
it.
act, man.
Said, "Oh, he's writing this and that," and I thought, "Why is he
That's
doing
a dog
this?" Anyway, I
Yeah.
thought, these people that are commenting on me haven't even got half a brain
Yeah,
because
exactly. They don't.
realise that if it was a challenge, you've been to challenges, The owner's watching you.
There's rules.
Everyone's watching you. There's rules.
Yeah.
You can't get up and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because you're disqualified.
Yeah, of course.
So.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a
100%.
challenge. So use your brains, buddy. But anyway.
Yep.
Anyway, we live and learn, and like now, like.
So that's why.
Now you're not in the
cut the
ranking.
whole story short. That's why I'm not a class as a
Ranker.
ranked
Mate,
pro eater.
in my eyes, you're number one.
Everyone's
In
still-
my eyes, you're number one eater in Australia. You know? That's what matters.
And KP's there anything that
I'm
I'm
matters.
still a pro eater because
Yeah,
it's no
100%.
different to Randy Santel. He's not ranked.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
no, he's not.
Molly's not ranked because they can't be ranked because they do the YouTube.
Yeah, that would be like Beard.
So yeah, Beard can't. Beard actually got on.
And he's got like 4 million subs or
yeah,
something. Yeah.
he got on and actually did an interview with some guy and explained
Yeah.
why they're not
Yeah.
a ranked pro
Yeah.
eater.
Yeah.
Because of the MLE or whatever they
Whatever
call it
it
over
is.
there.
Yeah.
To be with them, they have strict rules. You
Yeah.
can't have a YouTube. You can't go on.
They're gonna change it, man.
Is it not YouTube? No, you can't do other challenges. Yeah.
They're gonna change it.
So Beard, they make their money off that.
Of course, you got 4 million
Molly
subs.
Skyler,
of
she's the
course.
number one
Should be
female.
number one.
Yeah, if you look up at pro, it says number one independent
Yeah.
pro.
Okay. Yep.
She had to write.
Well, that's where you are,
independent.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'm
you know what? Because
independent.
I watched Beard one day and he was talking.
Yeah, so I'm an independent pro.
And he said
either.
that, but I didn't understand what he meant.
That's what it is.
He
Yeah.
said, this is his exact words. He goes, I think I'm number 7 in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what he said, but I didn't get what he meant. I'm like,
He
well, what
would
do you mean
be.
you think?
Yeah.
And now I get it.
He
Yeah.
would be close to number
Yeah,
7. He
yeah,
would be.
okay.
He'd be
Now I
close to
get it.
number 7, but they just can't
Yeah, now I
rank
get it.
him.
Now I get what
That's
he means.
what he
yeah.
meant.
All right, well,
Sounds
And
like,
with me, I just pulled out of it. I said, stick it.
yeah,
Don't
good.
need it.
yeah, fair enough.
Good on you.
Died in Australia anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whether I was number 2, 3, whatever.
Paul says, excellent conversation tonight. Well done, Big V. Like, that's what I was going to say. Listen, we said we're going to go for an hour.
I know, it went
Thanks,
for a bit
Paul.
longer.
We went for 2.5 hours. So that
Yeah, I
means,
went a bit deep then,
I
but
know, it doesn't matter.
It did go a bit deep.
listen,
we
there was,
weren't
a
going
few,
to go there.
there was a few comments before.
I didn't know you were going to go.
There was a
Yeah.
few comments before. People said, we've got to see more of the Big V on HFD.
We do.
We'll get him back when he's here.
Every time I'm here, I'll jump on. I'm
Yeah,
happy to
man.
jump on.
Yeah, fuck it.
Good-
We'll
good-
talk about other things, man.
Good
Yeah,
friend of the channel
conspiracies
now.
and-
Yeah.
Next time we'll let Vince pick a topic, man. It might be
Yeah.
a topic he wants to talk about. Hey, you never know. Like, so,
Not spam or that
No,
canned
no,
fish
no.
or whatever it is.
Sometimes we talk politics.
what
and,
else you into, man? Anything else you into? Like, just
Sports? You into sports?
like you said, you like soccer. You a Juve
like
fan?
soccer,
You a
yeah.
Juve fan?
I haven't followed it for a long time, but
Yeah.
haven't.
I know a lot of the Calabres like the Juventus.
Yeah, they like
Yeah, they like
I
it.
was Juventus.
Yeah, I knew it.
Because that's all
Yeah, I do,
we
yeah.
grew up and it was
Of course.
Juventus.
Yeah, of course,
Juventus. So,
Yeah.
but I haven't followed it for a long time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
was right into it once. Like the
Yeah,
World
it's good.
Cup was massive.
Oh yeah, but it was for the especially because Italy were good as well.
I
Like,
wouldn't go to bed. You know,
Yeah,
if it was
yeah.
on early hours of the morning. I'd
mate,
watch it.
I watched. I
The next day
remember.
I'd be wrecked.
I remember here. I was saying to Chris because I still remember watching I was at 5 years old. The 1990 World Cup with my dad in here on a Rank Arena fucking TV, like just.
I remember 94.
staying- and then
very well.
94, 94, my dad was letting me stay home because I was in America. Let me
Yeah,
stay
it was.
home from school to watch it.
USA, yeah.
USA. My dad was like, yeah, stay home.
That's
watch-
when the
watch-
Baggio.
watch-
It was massive.
Yeah, that's when Baggio. Yeah, it was
when they
massive.
took
Yeah.
Oh, Baggio.
You remember?
Yeah.
Oh,
They were the best years.
They were good years.
They were the
They were.
Of course.
They're
Anyway,
Anyway, man, thank you so much for coming
Yeah,
in.
no, thanks for having me.
wicked, man.
It was
Yeah.
wicked. We'll be down tomorrow at Cheesy Charlie's if you want to come down.
yeah, if anyone wants to go watch the
Wanna
boys
watch
live,
Or just, and if you don't, stay tuned.
Oh,
Big V
heaps.
_ eats.
Yeah.
Facebook, YouTube.
we'll put all the
Instagram's _ Big V _ but the videos will be up for all
Yeah.
the challenges within a week or so.
we'll
They'll
put it
start
all-
being posted.
we'll put it all in the description, guys. And what we'll do as well, we've got a Discord. I don't even know what a Discord is.
No idea.
So we've got it's called a Discord. That all our fans, it's got about like 100. They're all in there. They all chat to each other.
Yeah, all our
that's
fans
awesome.
are
Yeah.
in there. Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll post Big V's
links.
all of his links in our Discord as well. And guys,
Actually,
go
I've got
follow
a-
him. Champion.
There's a
follow
link
him and
tree.
all of them.
There's
yeah.
a link tree that we just made up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with all your links.
So we'll
I'll
put
that in there.
We'll put that in our Discord. That's where all of our fans just go in and talk, and
Yep.
they
Oh,
post
that's cool.
pictures of
And then if
holidays.
they-
And
If they want to follow and watch the
Yeah,
video,
fucking
check them out.
listen,
Big V, it's been a pleasure, man.
it was wild, man.
Thank you so much
Thanks,
for coming
fellas.
in.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for coming in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe,
That's it.
and we will see you on the next one.
Take it easy.
Take
Peace.
care. Spark your hair. Stay hunky.